One of the coolest things about Live the Dream Media is we take pride in being flexible. We enjoy the ability to make changes on the fly. If Live the Dream Media is a company you feel interested in working with and want to enjoy the flexibility and all we have to offer with our new podcasting network and our digital advertising abilities, reach out to us at contact@ltdmedia.net. Visit our website, livethedreammedia.com, or check us out on social media.
Hi, this is Sean McCluskey, co-owner and designated broker for Rincon Ventures. If you're a rental owner by choice or by accident and you're looking to hire or change property management companies, consider Rincon Ventures. We employ an aggressive web-based advertising strategy to market your rental. We thoroughly screen prospective tenants and conduct routine property inspections. Our online system gives tenants the ability to pay rent and file maintenance requests instantly over the web. Our owners can use the same system to instantly check on their properties. Call Rincon Ventures at 881-2258 or visit us on the web at rvprop.com.
One of the most important things that we try to show the kids when they come in is family. I have on our wall a whole bunch of handprints, and so when some of the new kids come in, the first thing they do, their eyes go right to those handprints and they ask about the handprints. Once your hand is on that wall, you have to realize that you are now a part of this family. You're stuck with us. We are here always if you need us.
Your foster care tax credit donation makes all of this possible. Give today by visiting gaptaxcredit.com.
for the best outdoor patio in Tucson? Look no further than St. Philip's Plaza at the southeast corner of River and Campbell, where you can sip on Tucson's finest collection of whiskey at Union Public House, brunch 7 days a week at Reforma Modern Mexican Mezcal and Tequila, and experience our newest restaurant, Proof, proudly serving house-made pasta and artisanal pizza. Enjoy live music and dine under the stars with Union, Reforma, and Proof. Join us at St. Philip's Plaza.
Crime keeps.
You're listening to Wake Up with Christopher DeSimone on the Live the Dream Media Network, Southern Arizona's premier live talk and online radio.
All right, my friends, welcome back to Wake Up on the Live the Dream Media Network. I am your humble host, Christopher DeSimone, and we are excited to do, I don't know how many times we've done this, but I love doing it. It's our Arizona Gives Day with our good friends at Gap Ministries Miracle Center, and we have founder and head honcho Greg Ayers is going to be co-hosting with me today. Good morning, my friend.
It's a privilege to be here. It's been amazing. I think it's at least a decade.
I think it's been a decade.
Yeah, it's back at the old property and being on the radio with you, and versus now the podcast. You've stepped it up a little bit. So.
We have stepped it up a lot, and so the video aspect has just been so fun, and then the interaction that you can do on the live chats, just make it
more interactive.
Yep.
Yeah, it's amazing. But thanks for being such a great sponsor of Gap, and you've been a great friend, and we appreciate it. And these have been great events every year. So get the Wakies here. And you still call them Wakies?
We do still call them Wakies. Okay. Absolutely.
All right.
The no matter what the median is, the Wakies are there. They're amazing. They are unbelievably generous.
They sure are. And they've proven that every Arizona Gives Day, because we blow it out of the park and always win the Power Hour. So
what's amazing too is in relation to, the Martins brought us together,
right?
Okay, so Doug and Mary, still to this day bringing us together, right?
Yes.
But in relation to the mission of what we do on the show, and people say, well, what's your solution? All you guys, we've heard it. All we quote, me and Joe and whatever, we complain or point out too strongly.
Yeah.
And we always say there are amazing places like you and Gospel that are doing the right work.
Yes.
In the Lord's name.
Yep.
And you have proven results.
Yeah. We're 27 years into this journey, and every year there's a life touched. And at the end of the day, it's have you changed the trajectory of somebody's life? We can do a lot of services, and there's a lot of people that do some good things throughout our communities. But if a life doesn't change, and it's one life at a time, we call that, because that eventually will change society if we just keep focusing on one life. And it's been just a privilege to watch the tremendous team here at Gap just touch lives every single day, and the hundreds of people on this campus and hundreds of children throughout our homes. And it's just amazing to see what God has done and what the community has done as they have supported us through this journey. So
what I like is there's a lot of organizations that money rolls through them. There's a lot of movement, but we're not seeing a lot of kind of that improvement, at least at some sort of critical mass, which I believe you guys are changing those lives at a critical mass. It's obvious from the people coming out, changing their lives, the foster kids, your work program, especially training under John in the kitchen world.
Right.
That's been the part that's always excited me about working with you guys is I see credible results.
Yeah. You know, it's sometimes we're a little naive. In the beginning years, I really thought, well, if we get in there and do certain things, Tucson will be completely different. You know, we still have a huge poverty issue in Tucson. We still have a huge drug issue in Tucson. And so you think, well, did our efforts really make a difference? And even though I want to see a big picture change, just like you want to see a big picture change as we have dealt with politics issues in our city, and if we have the right policies, we'll see some changes. Oftentimes we forget the 1 and 2 moments that actually a life change and that cycle is broken, whether it's poverty or addiction, whatever that cycle may be, abuse, neglect. And we can get so focused on the big picture that we lose the small picture, but we also don't want to be so focused on just the one that we realize, wait a minute, this society, our city, our communities need to change, and still focus on the fact that the picture is big, and don't give up, because it's going to make a difference if we keep pressing in. And as you keep changing a life, your neighborhood changes, your society changes, your community changes, and that's the most valuable thing for us.
And you're an anchor in an area of Tucson that maybe, when did you first move into this neighborhood, even in the previous building?
2011
Yep.
is when we moved to the 05 and felt like this was the zip code that we needed to stay in.
You were correct.
Yeah, we needed to stay here.
You know, the rising tide is just wild.
Because we were an Oro Valley organization and thought, well, we'll just stay up there in the Oro Valley area.
Of course.
No, God had different ideas for us and said, no, I need to move you out of that area and come down to where I really need you.
So we'll tell the story one more time, we have a lot of new listeners and viewers. The superhero origin story of Gap Ministries, where again, it was beautifully started near 1999.
Right.
And I always love the story that your neighbors in Copper Creek, Oro Valley, thought you were preppers.
They sure did. Y2K was coming.
Explain the origin story, because I think it's a great story for new listeners and viewers.
Yeah, we came to Tucson in '98, thought we were going to kind of plant a church, a typical religious thing that people do when they want to serve God. Well, let's do a church. God had some different ideas and said, no, I want you to kind of be the church. I want you outside the walls of a building. I want you to touch in your community. And so we started feeding people out of our garage and took in a foster child in a spare bedroom. And it was right before Y2K, in our 3-car garage. We had to park our cars outside because it became a little food pantry. And we're feeding about 150 families a month out of our garage. We hung up little signs in community centers all around Tucson, Picture Rocks and South Tucson and up in Catalina. And people just began to call us, and we put food boxes together. Jason was about a 13-year-old at the time. He'd get home from school, and I'd say, hey, come with me, and we'd deliver food boxes to people. They didn't come to our home. So we're in a cul-de-sac in Oro Valley.
I know that that HOA.
Yeah. They didn't love the HOA didn't love the fact that we had a food bank in our garage. However, everybody on the cul-de-sac was hoping that if Y2K actually happened and the end of the world was happening, they knew where they were going to come. They were going to come to the heirs' home.
No atheists in foxholes, as we like to say.
That's right. Hidden Point Court. So, but it just, one thing led to another, and people began to join us, and we actually opened our first group home in the year 2000. And that then began just the big push of Gap Ministries affecting foster care. And then our feeding program continued. We actually had foster kids actually join us to deliver food boxes.
Huge.
It was pretty cool to watch our foster kids give back to the community, because they're the ones that receive a lot. And sometimes when people receive, they can become, we called them the greedy, needy. And it was neat for them to understand that, wait a minute, I get a lot, so I need to give back a lot.
Sure.
And it helps break those cycles in people's lives. And they were a part of it, and today they're still a part of it in some ways. But it just grew from 1 house to 2 houses to 14 homes, and the feeding program continued. And today we don't have as many group homes. That has shrunk, but we have a much greater breadth of foster care services that we provide to DCS. And our feeding programs have just skyrocketed with the addition of the kitchen about 12, 13 years ago.
Yep.
It's just been an incredible journey, and now it's 8 million pounds of food and millions of dollars worth of stuff that goes out to the community, and hundreds of thousands of meals, hot meals the kitchen prepares, and hundreds of children through our visitation centers and through our group homes and in foster homes. And our workforce development programs just skyrocketed, and it's just been an amazing journey.
So the amount of people that you would say, like if like on your last annual report of how many people you serve now compared to 10 years ago, what does that look like roughly, you think?
It's probably quadrupled.
Yep.
We're averaging probably 500 to 800 people a day on the campus just to come in. They're in food insecurity and they need food, and plus the waiting list for our workforce development, and of course there's always a waiting list on our kids side. So it's just the need is even greater today than it was, and so we're trying to meet those needs. And this day is important because we raise quite a bit of money on this day, and because of your Wakies, and that really propels us into what we're going to do this year for our community.
So we're doing a live remote here. The great team from Live the Dream Media is here. Shay is captaining the crew, as always, doing an amazing job. Thanks to Dave and Clint at Live the Dream Media for helping us make this happen and continue the love. We got a nice crew of people here already. Good morning, my friends. Welcome.
Good to see you.
Great to have you here. Chef John's going to start serving a beautiful breakfast at around 6:30, I believe. So be ready to go. We are taking, if you want to stop by, if you're on your way to work, stop by, and we're taking pay at the door, not a problem. Let's see. I have a question for you. Please ask Greg about their partnership with Teen Challenge and their new location. I learned about it at Easter Sunrise Service at Catalina State Park.
Yeah, their new center is just amazing. If you get a chance, it's off of Oracle between, I guess that's Miracle Mile and Grant.
Yep.
And their new facility is just beautiful there, and it's been a long time in the making, and it's really neat to see them being able to open that men's center. And we've always partnered with Teen Challenge over the years, from their Springboard program, which is young girls, to their men's center with food, or we even have a lot of the Teen Challenge guys will have helped Gap along the way. They've helped us move homes. They've helped us move our offices. I believe they actually helped us move our offices from the old campus to this campus.
Okay.
And instead of hiring a moving company, we hired Teen Challenge guys, and they come over, and it's just been a great partnership with them over the years, and we really appreciate what they're doing over there.
What a change of the actual what they were working out of previously.
Yeah. It's really get over there and look at their campus. It's just beautiful, and they're really honoring the guys who are really trying to make a difference in their lives. And those guys have hit rock bottom, but boy, they have hope today, and their trajectory of their lives are amazing.
How many, because there's lots of, so there's individuals that rely on the help from Gap, but there's also these other nonprofits and churches that rely on your stuff from Gap. How many different how many partners rely on Gap for a variety of things?
That ebbs and flows depending on the flow of product we get in.
Right.
We've had as many as 60, 65 agencies get product from us and things from us. And it really depends on how many people we have on a campus, because we're first targeting the individuals that come into the campus. And then as that overflow continues, then we continue to bless the agencies around town. But we have a tremendous partnership with the food bank, and it's beautiful to see that not only do they give to us, but we give to them. And so with the connections that we have obtained over the years. So there's just so many agencies that, hey, give us a call and say, can you help us? I got a call just recently, hey, we need a couple beds. We got some families that are destitute and we need some beds. Can you help us? And we were able to find those beds for those families. And so it's just amazing when somebody needs something and they call us, it seems like God already prepared us to be able to help them.
Sure.
And that's just the way God is. He knows what we need before we ask, and there's somebody out there that's got a provision for us. And connecting the dots together, God is good at doing that, and needs get filled. So
so part of what we're going to deal today, we're going to be talking to a lot of people involved, or also success stories
Yes.
with Gap Ministries to make you really understand that people want to support great nonprofits out here, and this is one that has an amazing track record of actually truly changing lives. So we're not below begging before it's over, okay? But what we want to do is between 7 and 8, we want to do our qualifying $100 donations at gapmin.com. So keep your powder dry for that. 8 to 9, we're going to help Miracle Center.
Yes.
That's and we'll talk about that before. That's something that the Wakies have helped them hit their numbers also.
Every year. It's just been amazing.
And so the pressure's on the Wakies. We got to make this happen, kids. The other thing that I've learned too, in the old days, we have to say that we have to make $100 donations. Right. And then we'd have to, if you want to give us $500, I'll give them $500. You'd have to go make 100, get out 500, complete the and do 5 of those. Now there's a quantity number Jason was telling me about. So if you want to hit the quantity number for 5 or 10 or whatever you want to give, it makes it easy. You can do all of your multiple qualifying donations all in one shot.
Yes, they've made it easy.
So
and made it easier for us to win.
Yeah. Again, it's and then also in that spirit of helping other groups. Tian suggested, any other nonprofits that want to participate, and so we have our good friends at Track Ranch.
Yeah, we have the donkey here.
Smooch, the Wonder Donkey, as I call him.
Yeah, you were out there taking selfies with him, and it was like he was a celebrity.
What I've learned in media, and also now that I'm running for Oro Valley Town Council, wink, wink, selfless plug, always take pictures with cute animals.
Yes.
Right, especially ones that look like they have more wisdom than me.
There you go.
Always.
Yep.
It'll get me
better looking.
Yeah. He has a noble spirit.
Yes.
So one of my highlights at the 50th anniversary parade of Oro Valley is I asked Scott if I could walk Smooch in the parade. So him and his amazing riding team were behind me, and me and Smooch just walked together.
So he's a good judge of character then.
He is a good judge, as we call it, the two jackasses tour, me and Smooch. So we're going to make it happen. So what we're going to do today is we have a variety of folks that are going to be coming in. I know in the next segment we're going to bring on Peter.
Okay.
Right, that's going to happen.
He's got a great story.
And then we're going to also talk to Desiree and Charlie.
Okay.
And Charlie went through the Career Plus Culinary Program with Chef John. She now works for the Flores family at Charo Steak.
Yep.
Best hamburger on the northwest side of town right now. And then we're going to talk to Chris, also working for Charo Steak, and Guillermo, who went through the Career Plus warehouse program and now works for Gap in the 05 market.
Yes.
Let's talk about 05 market, because that's something, we've had Tian on the show talking about it, but I think it's new since the last time we did the last Arizona Gives Day.
Yeah, it has really taken off. The 05 market, and we also have a 1-2 market. The 05 and the 1-2 stand for the zip codes in which they sit.
Clever. I see what you did there.
Yeah, so
I like that.
We're hoping to have multiple across the city, but they're a discount grocery store. And so we know that we give free food away, but that just doesn't meet the whole need. And is there a way that we can actually help somebody's budget and actually get the product they need? It has produce, it has meats, it has staple items. It's a mini grocery store. And at both locations, we serve everything a family would need to at least have a proper meal in their home, and at a fraction of the cost is what they would pay at a typical grocery store. We take EBT card, and we're actually working to be able to take the Medicare card that is offered for those that are on Medicare and Medicaid. They get a little credit card type thing for those that are lower income for the seniors, and they'll be able to shop there with their card as well. So it's really targeting those families that need are budget conscious and want to save those food dollars, because as gas prices go, so do our food costs, and those are just increasing right now, and we really help stretch the budget. And so it is a paid program, but any profits that are made from that, if there are any profits, they go back into helping us feed those families that we actually feed for free. So it's got a mission behind it, but in its mission, it also helps serve.
Right, and then part of it is, right, that there's still buy-in from the person that they're putting some money up from their side into the whole thing.
So why not give to the profit of Gap Ministries, so to speak, so we can serve more people versus the profit of a local grocery store?
Did you ever imagine where you're at right now when you started this thing 27 years ago? I mean, this is quite an operation.
I probably dreamed of some of these things.
Gotcha.
Because I looked at my 501c3, the original one that we wrote back in 1998, and there were a lot of things in there, the dreams.
Right.
But sometimes we dream and we don't think those dreams ever will become a reality. We just think about them, and I guess what they call daydreaming. You dream of the owning the Bugatti car that you'll never own, and the things like that. And there were probably some daydreams in there, but I've realized that if you can dream it and you connect to the right people and really connect to God in the process, your dreams can become realities, because usually those dreams aren't yours. They're given to you divinely, and you just have to be confident that, wait a minute, this thing can become real. And it has. And it hasn't been because of Pam and I. It's been the wonderful people that have joined us. There's over 100 people that work with us today, and there's been thousands that's worked with us over the 27 years, and it's because of them that we're where we're at today. And I'm so grateful. Every time I wake up, I say, God, thank you for the people that I work with.
So you're on the right path. You're on the right path doing the right thing. You'll get help from people or things you never knew existed. They just come out of the woodwork, because there's something about when you're doing the good work and you're on the path, they will show up.
Yeah, and what's neat is the belief systems. Obviously, we're a Christian ministry, but we have joined with people all across our city, and whether we believe the same way in our faith or we just love our city and love people, we can care about the same things and maybe not believe the same way. And as long as we care about the same things, we can work together. And that's been neat to see across our city, that we can work with others who really care about our city and care about people, and we can join with them, even though maybe our belief systems might be a little different, which is okay. I just think it's amazing.
When you're dealing with the drug and poverty problem and miseducation problem of Tucson, Arizona, Pima County, it's going to take a lot of hands to lift.
Absolutely. And what I've been watching lately is how much of our city leadership are gravitating to the things that we're doing within the city of Tucson and Pima County. They're realizing, wait a minute, there are
Bet you didn't think that 10 years ago.
Didn't. We've usually had a good relationship with the mayor of Tucson.
Right.
That's over the years has been strained at times, and at times it's been amazing. And
it's because your relationship with me. That's why it's been strained.
Yeah.
I did it again.
Way to go. It's all your fault.
I'm a blessing and a curse.
Yeah. But what's amazing is we do need the political system.
Yep.
And we can't ignore that, because we need to work together. And they need us and we need them. And if we can figure out that balance, where they're not trying to control organizations throughout our city, but partnering with us, whether that's state, DCS, Division of Child Safety, or if that's city council or the Pima County administrators, supervisors, if we can work together, we can really solve some of these problems in our community.
Amen. Good morning, everyone in the live chat on YouTube. All of you, Mother Mucker, good morning, Mother Mucker. Good morning, happy Giving Tuesday. Jim White, good morning. I'll see you guys shortly. Professor Dr. Neil, he's our truck driver. He's actually donated some of his efforts to Gap Ministries.
Driving truck for us?
Yep. So he loves you guys. Rex, up in the Burro Mountains of New Mexico, one soul at a time is the Lord's way.
Yeah.
And then some crazy person from Live the Dream Media said amen. Could be David. Anyway, so we are live here at Gap Ministries, and you should stop by.
2025 West Highway Drive. You don't know where that's at. Just right off the freeway.
So you want to basically go to Runway, which is the light just east of I-10 on Prince.
Right.
Make a left, or go north, excuse me, and then second left?
Second left is Highway Drive.
So you'll see Smooch the Donkey out there, and you'll see some sandwich board signs directing you, and just stop on by. It's pay at the door, but remember, gapmin.com. Keep your powder dry for another 31 minutes. So we're going to go to break, visit some great sponsors, and then when we come back, Greg and I are going to be sitting down with Peter, who sounds like quite a super Gap success story.
He is. He's an amazing man.
So you're on Live the Dream Media, and we are live at Gap Ministries. Remember, Southwest Flavors coming up with the great Ron Arenas at 9 o'clock. He has the mayor of Oro Valley, Joe Winfield, on with him today. So we'll see you in just a bit. Breakfast is going to happen soon, my friends. All right. See you in a bit.
This is Wake Up with Chris DeSimone, only on the Live the Dream Media Network. Now, a word from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Kari with Southern Arizona Cleaning and Supply. We do commercial cleaning, but we also have a janitorial storefront, and I'd like to show you around. Right here, you'll find our restroom cleaners, mop heads, advanced floor care items. So we have many paper consumables in stock, and we have all your cleaning tools and accessories. We have it all here.
Visit our store at 1801 South Alvernon Way, Suite 104, or call us at 520-495-4097.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
Spring is here and we've already experienced hot weather. Is your air conditioner ready for the long hot summer? For the month of April, Picture Rock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing will be offering a $99 home wellness plan for all new customers. This includes your spring maintenance, fall maintenance, and a plumbing maintenance. Call now, 520-492-0748, or make your appointment online at picturerockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
From the fields of wheat and cotton to the heart of our community, Marana was built on hard work and family values. John Post has farmed this land for years, built businesses, and served this community for decades. As mayor, John will fight for sustainable growth that respects our roots, keep neighborhoods safe, and make sure Marana remains the best place in Arizona to raise a family. John Post, farmer, father, and neighbor.
Looking for the best outdoor patio in Tucson? Look no further than St. Philip's Plaza at the southeast corner of River and Campbell, where you can sip on Tucson's finest collection of whiskey at Union Public House, brunch 7 days a week at Reforma Modern Mexican Mezcal and Tequila, and experience our newest restaurant, Proof, proudly serving house-made pasta and artisanal pizza. Enjoy live music and dine under the stars with Union, Reforma, and Proof. Join us at St. Philip's Plaza.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday Mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
One of the most important things that we try to show the kids when they come in is family. I have on our wall a whole bunch of handprints, and so when some of the new kids come in, the first thing they do, their eyes go right to those handprints, and they ask about the handprints. Once your hand is on that wall, you have to realize that you are now a part of this family. You're stuck with us. We are here always if you need us.
Your foster care tax credit donation makes all of this possible. Give today by visiting gaptaxcredit.com.
Tired of the big box gym? Welcome to Tucson Strength, Southern Arizona's premier strength facility. I have handpicked world-class equipment you won't find anywhere else. From the newest innovations to the most iconic pieces ever made. From beginner to advanced athlete, we say, welcome home. No riffraff or gimmicks, just a focused training environment built for people that train seriously.
Welcome to Giuseppe's Ristorante Italiano, Tucson's go-to spot for fresh homemade Italian food. From cozy dinners with friends to laid-back family nights, we've got it all. Everything's made daily with top-quality ingredients, and our 2 locations make it easy to drop in or pick up. Whether you're into comfort classics or something bold, you'll feel right at home here, just like you're part of the family. 2 locations, Oracle and Rudisill, and 22nd and Harrison. Preview the menu at giuseppesristorante.com.
Does your ordinary radio feel a little limited? If you're looking for a new way to listen, it's time for a fresh start. Introducing the Live the Dream Media app, your premier destination and a new level up for digital radio. Over the last 2 years, we've found new ways to ensure your digital radio experience is the best it can possibly be. From live podcasts that spark new perspectives to a 24/7 soundtrack of live music, and even our built-in merch store, we've built a platform that is convenient, high quality, and simple to navigate. But we're only just getting started. Catch all of our shows weekly and join the Live the Dream Media family today and help us change the airwaves forever. Download it for free on the App Store or Play Store today. Live the dream. The dream starts now.
Hi, this is Sean McCluskey, co-owner and designated broker for Rincon Ventures. If you're a rental owner by choice or by accident and you're looking to hire or change property management companies, consider Rincon Ventures. We employ an aggressive web-based advertising strategy to market your rental. We thoroughly screen prospective tenants and conduct routine property inspections. Our online system gives tenants the ability to pay rent and file maintenance requests instantly over the web. Our owners can use the same system to instantly check on their properties. Call Rincon Ventures at 881-2258 or visit us on the web at rvprop.com.
Don't wait for a leak to show up before trying to find a roofer during roofing's busiest time of year. Call Blueprint Home Services today to schedule a free inspection. Blueprint Home Services offers free, fast estimates, price lock guarantees, and the longest workmanship warranty in Tucson. Again, that number is 520-525-2555. You can also book an appointment at blueprinthomeservice.com. Blueprint Home Services is licensed, bonded, insured, and trusted. AZROC number 322635.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
Our families deserve safe streets.
When you call 88 Crime, you stay anonymous, but your tip could protect someone's child, someone's home, maybe even your own.
One anonymous tip could stop a crime and you could get rewarded with cash.
88 Crime keeps our community safe and your identity secret.
Let's stop the silence on crime and strive for a safer community.
Call 88 Crime or visit 88crime.org because safety starts with you.
Hey everybody, it's Chris.
Hey, it's David Samarano.
Hey guys, it's Clint Peak over here.
Hi, I'm Blair Lametti Mathias.
And I'm Summer Smeaton.
Hey, I'm Ron Arenas.
And I'm Will Pena.
Hey guys, I'm Mike Curry.
And I'm Mike Bader.
Hi there, I'm Bruce Ash.
Hi, Ed Wilkinson here.
Hi, this is Bob Elliott.
We are Live the Dream Media. Watch and listen to all of our shows Monday through Friday, only on the Live the Dream Media Network.
I don't remember much about being in foster care, but I do remember my house parents. They adopted me and my sister and 2 other kids in the home. And now, 21 years later, I am married, and we're actually house parents. And it has been such an amazing experience. I think it really helps because I can connect with the kids on a deeper level because I've been where they're at.
Your foster care tax credit donation makes all of this possible. Give today by visiting gaptaxcredit.com.
It's more of Wake Up with Chris DeSimone on the Live the Dream Media Network. Now, back to the show.
All right, everyone, welcome back to Live the Dream Media. I forgot to say good morning to Jesse Lugo. I walked past him before. Good morning, my friend. The great Jesse Lugo's here, and we're hanging out at Gap Ministries, and we are having our live breakfast live remote here on the Live the Dream Media Network. Smooch the Wonder Donkey's here. I think that's all you need to. I'm third down the line after Smooch and Gap Ministries. So,
sorry when you have to take a back seat to a donkey.
It's okay.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful one of God's beautiful creatures, and I'm happy to take a back seat to the Smoocher. So, we're hanging out, and we want you to keep your powder dry till 7 o'clock. And then we'll release the hounds, as we say. Please make qualifying $100 donations. Go to gapmin.com. I assume the magic window will pop open right when you get there. And in the old days, we used to be able to, you had to make a $100 qualifying donations by making individual ones. Donate 100, complete the contract transaction, go back and do it again. There is actually now a quantity box. So if you want to, do $2,000 or something and has $2,000 $100 donations, that's math for on the air. I can't believe I did that. But
that was
you can do that.
Good.
Yeah,
that was pretty good.
Once in a while, the old
math skills.
Once in a while, the old broadcaster can make it happen. So,
you would think the state would have better math skills too, because these qualify as tax credits, but they're really odd amounts. So, if you're giving to Gap during that 7 o'clock hour, you qualify for the foster care tax credit, which is $618 for an individual.
I love these
or
numbers.
$1,234 for a married couple. So. Have that in your mind too. So when you're giving, you also get that tax benefit during that time. So.
I'm waiting for the state to put some cents, right? 618 and 74 cents or something like that.
It could have been 700 and 1,400 or 600 or 1,200.
The state of AZ is going to miss that $15.
That just doesn't make sense.
Who is this young man to the right of you, Greg Ayers?
Well, he's got quite the story. He's a full circle young man. I don't know how many years ago our lives crossed paths, but probably 20.
Just about, yeah.
Probably 20 years ago.
Introduced at age 3, so.
How old are you?
I'm 28 now.
So they're at 25 years. So he's one of our first.
More math on the air.
Yeah.
We're doing it up today.
He was one of our first kids coming into care, and you can tell your story, but he's got a tremendous story.
So he was a 3-year-old foster kid.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, and then I got adopted at age 8 and lived with that family for another 8 years, and then back into the foster care system, and that's where I met my family that I have now, the Clowers, and they fostered me when I was in high school, and then I finally got adopted actually at 21 years of age.
Wow, by the Clouders?
By the Clowers, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it is, yeah. I'm very blessed to have their name, and now I run my own landscape company, and it's part of that company.
So, Greg, when a 3-year-old Peter comes on the radio, how does this happen? In those days of how did Peter find you guys how does that work? DCS?
Yeah, DCS. He was awarded. Him and his siblings all came. We specialized in siblings and still do today, keeping sibling groups together. And so him and his siblings came to Gap. And the Clowers actually were his house parents when he was 3. And then he got adopted, but then that adoption didn't make it, and they came back into care. And the Clowers took him again because they were still serving in the house parent roles. And
that's something I think everyone assumes that once a kid's adopted, we're cool the rest of our lives. But the idea is that 8 years later,
it doesn't make it. You'd be surprised to see the stats of how many adoptions don't make it.
Interesting.
And it's sad because that's just another rejection in the life of a child. And Peter probably can address how rejection just really shapes and negatively shapes a child's life. And
I mean, it's the first. As you mentioned, I had siblings. The first. I got adopted with just 3 of us. I had 4 of us all together, and that's the first incident of rejection. My oldest brother didn't get adopted at that point, and then when we got back into group homes, we all got separated, and I was the only one that came back to Tucson and got fostered by the Clowers. So I was probably that one that didn't get rejected completely all the way, and I'm kind of using that as my motivation to, do the best that I can for, my biological siblings.
So when you're with a family that adopted you for 8 years and then it falls apart, how did it feel to go from that situation to go back to foster home?
Well, I mean, going back to group homes up in Phoenix was huge, complete difference. The group
Huge
homes
bad
up
or-
there, well, I mean, just the group homes up there are just,
they're huge.
They're huge, yeah, compared to down here where it's more intimate. We're looking at probably, 15 kids per house. And, I went to a convention where there's thousands of kids that came in, for that convention with all the group homes all together and whatnot. And just seeing that amount of children in one area was just like, whoa, we've got a problem for sure. But,
So when your time was over with your first adopted family, was it something where the family was falling apart? How did that happen? The parents?
Just the family dynamic just wasn't working out. A lot of psychological abuse. Wasn't anything physical or anything like that, but
right.
That's not the only kind of abuse out there.
That's right.
So after about 8 times that's how long it took. CPS wasn't gonna do it easily. It had to be about 8 different times of continual bringing a different case manager back into our family, and then at the very end, all 3 of us, it was weird. All 3 of us finally got grounded at the same time, and then boom, we're like, okay. We kind of had the same story, the same like, hey, this is actually what's going on, because throughout the whole time, one of us was at least in good standings with those parents, and we didn't want to end that because we were in a good standing, so we're going to be like, oh no, we're good, it's okay. But in reality, it was a roller coaster of emotions the whole time.
So then you go back into a group home with the Clouders, right?
Yes,
After
yeah.
that 8 years,
Got fostered by
the Clouders. So talk about the difference of just one day going from this deteriorating situation with your adopted family and then into this foster situation with the Clouders.
Complete turnaround. It went from having, I had to get permission to go outside and play at the park from the first adopted family to now I have complete freedom, to do whatever I wanted to do. And, sometimes complete freedom can let a kid, just do whatever he wants, and, I had a lot of fun for sure. But I had, I learned my mistakes with, I got into alcohol during that time, and, without obviously them knowing I was hiding it. But yeah, no, I had to learn myself that there's still boundaries within yourself you have to hold. Your parents can't just create those boundaries for you.
So what helped you create those boundaries? Just other than your
going
own
to the
individual
hospital
will.
a couple times,
Oh,
just the
reality of
reality
life.
of life. Yeah, exactly.
I think there's something that's interesting when you take on a child that has a trauma background. The capacity to make choices and good choices has been diminished because of that trauma. The problem with people in foster care is that they expect the child to be able to make good decisions when that child doesn't have a capacity to make those. What helps a child navigate that is the fact that we accept them in the fact that they make bad choices. We don't accept the choice, we accept the child. And that is very difficult in the foster care arena. That's why there's so much rejection in foster care, because behaviors don't align with our expectation as parents or caregivers. And so when the behaviors don't align.
It's your Italian background with the hands.
When behaviors don't align, we reject. And what we have to learn in foster care that we can't reject when behaviors don't align, because if we continue to love, we continue to be there, we'll actually be able to shape and mold a child or even a young man, an adult. Reason he's adopted at 21 is there was a bond with that family that actually shifted his life and their life as a family, and it had to continue even in adulthood. And so what the Clowers did through this whole journey was saying, we're not going to reject you, Peter. We're there with you. We don't believe and accept what you're doing, but we're not going to bail like has happened so many times in his life. And when rejection doesn't happen, there is a capacity to overcome. The problem is in foster care, rejection happens, and so it continues the cycle. And then we have adults that are just messed up and screwed up and wondering why society hasn't shifted because we've had so much rejection in the lives of individuals. They just can't operate and be a good part of society and a contributor to society. And the Clower family accepted Peter in through his mistakes until the point that Peter was able to realize
For myself, yeah.
Wait, I gotta make a shift here. These people love me enough to help hold me accountable.
Can't
but
let them down.
Yeah.
What was that turning point? What was that you finally said, I hit bottom in my behavior and I'm making the turn?
Yeah, probably when I couldn't make it in college. You know, I went to college for a semester and a half, and again, alcohol was a big factor, and I decided to continue partying. And then when I realized I can't party and do schooling at the same time, then, you know, the disappointment that I had for not only myself, but I knew that my parents were not, you know, letting them down, you know, because they helped me get to college, you know, and it was great because being a foster child, I was able to get scholarships from the state for being a foster child. So I did get free college basically, and I ruined that. So that was another motivator of like, okay, what is going on? You know, why am I doing this? And then, you know, I came back into Tucson, started doing some regular work, and, you know, COVID hit, and that's when my dad decided he wanted to show me some landscaping. And with his help, you know, his direction, I was able to build a flagstone patio in the backyard, and walk on river rock and flagstone fountain with 4 different levels. Was able to make a huge planter box on the outskirts of the backyard with a whole bunch of plants and irrigation, bubbler heads and stuff like that. And you know, just seeing what I could, my potential, you know, I think that was that moment with my dad, just working hand in hand with him. I'm like, wow, this is you know, I can actually do something in this world and still feel good about myself. And I think that was that turning point.
Awesome.
I couldn't stop it. I continued going, and I went into a landscape company, did 3.5 years of, you know, they abused me, and I let them, you know, this was a good abuse, you know.
Sure.
And I was like, yes, let's continue this. And, you know, I went on my own for 2 years before, or 2.5 years actually, doing my own estimates, going to my own houses, you know, explaining what I can do and earning that trust with everybody out here. And then I think that's kind of what motivated Greg to look in my direction to, oh, he's got some landscape areas over here, maybe I can do that, you know. And I got married, and a few months after that, that's when I picked up this gig with him.
Amazing.
Yeah, so he does all the landscaping for this campus and our homes now. So, yeah, so
Love it.
It's been full circle. It's neat to see.
Are you
that we
taking
can
any new
hire-
clients?
I am, yes. Oh yeah. Anyone that are. You
How do they get a hold of you?
My phone number.
Okay.
Yep.
Get it. We're shameless pluggers here in the Wake Up
Nice.
Live the Dream Media.
You can
universe.
do my phone number or my email. My email is clowerpete@gmail.com. It's my last name, pete@gmail.com. And then phone number 520-289-0286. Just shoot me a text. It's a lot easier that way.
And Peter's very conscious. Whatever you need, he'll do it for you, and he's very receptive and responsive. So,
thank you.
So, Greg, what have you learned about the foster world from 27 years ago in relation? Because he was talking about how was in Phoenix, foster homes, really big. So, what have you guys learned about doing foster care better than, you know, just what have you learned on how to make the foster care situation with the splash houses better?
we're one of the few agencies that still believe in the family model, and so I believe we're probably the last holdout within the DCS system. There are no other group homes now that operate in a family model.
What does that mean?
So we actually hire a husband and wife to work in the home and live in the home. Unlike other group homes are a staff model, so people just come in 8-hour shifts or maybe 10-hour shifts. And so
that's a difference.
It's a big difference.
Yeah.
And we believe in the family model. It's harder for us as an agency to hire couples. It's harder to get couples. When one person of the couple is struggling, then you lose both of them. So you lose more staff when somebody can't handle it. So there's always staff challenges with the house parent model, but it's the most appropriate model because it's family that actually, his healing process was because of family. Was there. It wasn't just because he pulled himself up by the bootstraps. He had a dad and a mom who was believing in him in the midst of all of his mess. It's really family that actually heals society. If you look at any historical evidence about societal decline, it begins in the family. When the family declines, society declines. When the family is strengthened, society strengthens. And so in the foster care system, it's the erosion of family. That's the problem.
Faith, family, and schools. That's what we keep preaching on this show.
So what we've learned is we can't forsake the model of family just to serve kids. The kids need to have that model demonstrated to them. I remember I'd have an argument with my wife, and we'd say, wait a minute, we can't argue in front of the kids. And we realized we needed to argue in front of the kids because our argument didn't end with her taking a pot and pan and hitting me over the head, or the cops being called because of violence in the home. They could see that, you know what, we can have a disagreement and we can settle that disagreement in a normal way. And we actually began to be a model of what a healthy family could look like. Not perfect family, but a healthy family.
Amen.
And our children need to see that because what has been modeled to them. I remember I had a mom call us, and we had kids that every Saturday morning they had their little suitcases packed, sitting at the door because mom was supposed to pick them up to spend the weekend. And mom regularly didn't show. And so one day mom calls again to cancel, and Pam kind of lays into her and said, your kids are just desperately wanting your attention and time, and you're canceling on them again and again and again. You need to be here for your kids. And she says to Pam, you know what? I don't need a lecture from you. I grew up in foster care, and I'm just fine. My kids can grow up in foster care. They'll just be fine.
That's a hell of a phrase.
Yeah. Well, they're not fine. You're not fine. And we've accepted the brokenness as normal. And I think the one thing I've learned is I can't accept brokenness as normal. As broken as things are, as broken as society is, as broken as systems are, we can't just say, well, that's just the way it is. We still have to fight to say, well, that's not the way it should be. So what can I do to make a difference? And you may fight the rest of your life and you may not see a difference, but you can't accept brokenness as normal. And once we accept that as normal, there's no chance that society will change. There's no chance that life will change if we accept brokenness as normal.
And with the millions of foster kids out there, they really are, a lot of them are a forgotten population.
They are.
Right? Yeah. And they're going to grow up to be adults that are going to be broken adults that are just going to make life difficult for themselves and everyone around them.
I'm pretty sure this is an accurate stat because I've heard it over and over again. But of those that have been incarcerated, 80% of those in incarceration have touched the foster care system at some point in their life.
Yep.
So it tells you that if we could really work on this family dynamic within the foster care system across our nation, we would actually affect the incarceration rates across our nation.
And so also having that consistent male and female influence together is important.
Yeah.
Right? That's why God made it the way he did.
That's right. That's right.
That balance of male and female.
Yeah, that's
is
the healthy
proper,
family.
Yep.
Yeah.
What about after? Right? They're 18, they, quote, grow out of the... What happens to these kids after the foster care system? So
if you're lucky like Peter and you have a family that has grabbed a hold of you and won't let you go, then the trajectory is good for them. The problem for a lot of kids aging out of foster care is there is no family. They have rejected family or rejected people. They want to be on their own. I have stories of kids, they turn 18, and at 18, they can just walk out the front door. They don't have to stay within the system because they're an adult. We have kids that at midnight, 12:01, they have their bag packed, and they're walking out the door at midnight because they would rather be out there on the streets independent than be told how to live life through a DCS caseworker or even us as a group home family. But then you have the kids saying, wait a minute, there are people that care for me here, and we actually can walk with them till they're 22. So when the minute they turn 22 is when they would have to be on their own. There are services for kids. He was talking about going to college. They can get their college paid for. There's stipends for them. So the state has provided a way to serve foster kids from the point of 18 to 22. But the kids have to want that and accept that. And because they've had Big Brother over their shoulder and they've been part of a broken system, they reject that, and I get it. You know, they're tired of a case manager. They're tired of not being really connected to a family. They're just part of an organization or part of a system, and they're done with the system, and they just want to be on their own. They just don't realize how hard it is to be on their own out there, and that's why so many of our foster kids turn homeless and are running our streets because there's just no other place that they feel they can turn.
So what else is out there for them? After they leave you at 22, you just got to let the baby bird figure it out.
You hope that they've connected with somebody. I mean, we're designed to be connected with one another. And so if children don't connect, then we get the homeless issues and the things that we see today. But if there's a connection, it's that connection that breeds health in somebody's life. And even past 22, well, Peter's a great example. He's connected not just with the Clower family, but with the Gap family. People know him. They say they are still engaged in his life. And then all of a sudden the ministry says, you know what, I can hire you, Peter, and you can actually come back as an independent contractor. We hire his landscaping company, and he actually then gives back to this agency, and we give back to him in form of providing, he provides a service, and we pay him legitimately for that service.
Love it. Now, I got to interrupt you. It's 7 o'clock. So now I need everyone out there to go to gapmin.com right now, and a magic window is going to open and give you an opportunity to make as many $100 qualifying donations as you can. We need to help Gapmin get as many of these in the next 60 minutes.
That's right. We're going to win again. We've been on a track record, however, a decade now. We've won ever since Arizona Gives Day has become a real thing.
Right.
We won the first year, and we haven't stopped winning since this has begun. If people understand out there in the nonprofit world, if Gap Ministries is participating in the Power Hour, we won't, because we can't beat them.
Wow.
So it's because of your Wakies and for what you do for us has made this day just an amazing day for us.
We're honored to be part of it. Again, Live the Dream Media, just so appreciative of them helping us continue it through our amazing live podcast that we do every morning on the weekdays. So right now, I need you guys to go to gapmin.com, and Magic Window's going to pop up and make your $100 qualifying donation right now. And if you can do multiple, that would be amazing. So that's the Wakies, that's the regular donors that support Gapmin and keep making success stories like Peter happen.
Absolutely. So, and it is a qualified tax credit donation too. So if you haven't filed your taxes yet, you can still even take advantage of it for this 2025 tax year. So as long as you make that donation before April 15th.
All right, my friends, if you want to stop by on the way in and see me and Greg and everyone, and of course, Smooch the Donkey, but right now I need you to go to gapmin.com. Start making those donations right now. All right, we appreciate it in advance. You're on the Live the Dream Media Network.
This is Wake Up with Chris DeSimone, only on the Live the Dream Media Network. Now, a word from our sponsors.
My heat and air work in a state of disrepair.
Spring is here and we've already experienced hot weather. Is your air conditioner ready for the long hot summer? For the month of April, Picture Rock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing will be offering a $99 home wellness plan for all new customers. This includes your spring maintenance, fall maintenance, and any plumbing maintenance. Call now, 520-492-0748, or make your appointment online at picturerockschooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Looking for the best outdoor patio in Tucson? Look no further than St. Philip's Plaza at the southeast corner of River and Campbell, where you can sip on Tucson's finest collection of whiskey at Union Public House, brunch 7 days a week at Reforma Modern Mexican Mezcal and Tequila, and experience our newest restaurant, Proof, proudly serving house-made pasta and artisanal pizza. Enjoy live music and dine under the stars with Union, Reforma, and Proof. Join us at St. Philip's Plaza.
Hi, this is Sean McCluskey, co-owner and designated broker for Rincon Ventures. If you're a rental owner by choice or by accident and you're looking to hire or change property management companies, consider Rincon Ventures. We employ an aggressive web-based advertising strategy to market your rental. We thoroughly screen prospective tenants and conduct routine property inspections. Our online system gives tenants the ability to pay rent and file maintenance requests instantly over the web. Our owners can use the same system to instantly check on their properties. Call Rincon Ventures at 881-2258 or visit us on the web at rvprop.com.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
Welcome to Giuseppe's Ristorante Italiano, Tucson's go-to spot for fresh homemade Italian food. From cozy dinners with friends to laid-back family nights, we've got it all. Everything's made daily with top-quality ingredients, and our 2 locations make it easy to drop in or pick up. Whether you're into comfort classics or something bold, you'll feel right at home here, just like you're part of the family. 2 locations, Oracle in Rudisill and 22nd in Harrison. Preview the menu at giuseppesristorante.com.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday Mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
From the fields of wheat and cotton to the heart of our community, Marana was built on hard work and family values. John Post has farmed this land for years, built businesses, and served this community for decades. As mayor, John will fight for sustainable growth that respects our roots, keep neighborhoods safe, and make sure Marana remains the best place in Arizona to raise a family. John Post, farmer, father, and neighbor.
GAP has been a valuable community partner for us for many years. We have a lot of families in need and try to meet their needs as the best that we can, but partners like GAP Ministries helps us do that. GAP steps in and fills needs that our school district can't necessarily provide on our own.
Breaking cycles of poverty and abuse with your foster care tax credit, go to gaptaxcredit.com.
Don't wait for a leak to show up before trying to find a roofer during roofing's busiest time of year. Call Blueprint Home Services today to schedule a free inspection. Blueprint Home Services offers free, fast estimates, price lock guarantees, and the longest workmanship warranty in Tucson. Again, that number is 520-525-2555. You can also book an appointment at blueprinthomeservice.com. Blueprint Home Services is licensed, bonded, insured, and trusted. AZROC number 322635.
Our families deserve safe streets.
When you call 88 Crime, you stay anonymous, but your tip could protect someone's child, someone's home, maybe even your own.
One anonymous tip could stop a crime and you could get rewarded with cash.
88 Crime keeps our community safe and your identity secret.
Let's stop the silence on crime and strive for a safer community.
Call 88 Crime or visit 88crime.org because safety starts with you.
Hi, I'm Kari with Southern Arizona Cleaning and Supply. We do commercial cleaning, but we also have a janitorial storefront, and I'd like to show you around. Right here, you'll find our restroom cleaners, mop heads, advanced floor care items. So we have many paper consumables in stock, and we have all your cleaning tools and accessories. We have it all here.
Visit our store at 1801 South Alvernon Way, Suite 104, or call us at 520-495-4097.
Does your ordinary radio feel a little limited? If you're looking for a new way to listen, it's time for a fresh start. Introducing the Live the Dream Media app, your premier destination and a new level up for digital radio. Over the last 2 years, we've found new ways to ensure your digital radio experience is the best it can possibly be. From live podcasts that spark new perspectives to a 24/7 soundtrack of live music, and even our built-in merch store. We've built a platform that is convenient, high quality, and simple to navigate. But we're only just getting started. Catch all of our shows weekly and join the Live the Dream Media family today and help us change the airwaves forever. Download it for free on the App Store or Play Store today. Live the dream. The dream starts now.
Don't wait for a leak to show up before trying to find a roofer during roofing's busiest time of year. Call Blueprint Home Services today to schedule a free inspection. Blueprint Home Services offers free, fast estimates, price lock guarantees, and the longest workmanship warranty in Tucson. Again, that number is 520-525-2555. You can also book an appointment at blueprinthomeservice.com. Blueprint Home Services is licensed, bonded, insured, and trusted. AZROC number 322635.
You're listening to Wake Up with Christopher DeSimone on the Live the Dream Media Network, Southern Arizona's premier live talk and online radio.
All right, you're on the Live the Dream Media Network. We are doing our live remote with our friends at Gap Ministries. Stop by if you can. Smooch the donkey is outside greeting visitors. He was shampooed and washed 3 times yesterday, according to Scott Tilley. And again, tracktucson.com if you want to support them for all their good work. And they're thrilled that they were invited to be part of this amazing day. We've been doing it for, I think, 10 years, Greg.
At least.
Is what our estimate is. And so I need you all right now to go to gapmin.com and give as many $100 donations as you can. Again, in the old days, we would make you actually do, if you want to give $500, you did 5 different transactions. But technology is wonderful. This is not even AI. This is just
ingenuity.
There is a quantity button now. So if you want to give 500,000, put in 10 for your quantity, and then it'll happen that way. So
and we're looking for 200 of those donations.
Yeah,
so.
our goal is to hit 200 of these things by the time we get to 8 o'clock. So please keep pushing for us, gapmin.com. It's very easy. The window pops up. If you're on Gapmin's email, you already got one at 7 o'clock that popped up. Please take advantage of it. Hit the link and donate as many 100s as humanly possible. In the live chat, Robert Watson, he's in the Dominican Republic right now.
That's a nice place to be.
Who knew? This is mildly dangerous. Tian has my credit card.
Uh-oh.
Good for 2 donations from the Dominican Republic.
And shopping at La Encantada Mall. Both's going to happen.
Our friend Mother Mucker said she donated. God bless Gap. Thank you for the quantity button, she said.
Yeah, awesome.
Look at us making people happy with quantity buttons.
The simple pleasures of life. Huh?
You are correct. We're supporting our good friends here at Gap Ministries, Miracle Center, and of course Track Ranch. And again, gapmin.com. There'll be a different. We're gonna repeat this for our friends at Miracle Center between 8 and 9. So you guys have been so generous for all of these amazing things we do throughout the year, right? Helping Margot's veterans, Bike in the Box with Jesse Lugo, all of these things that you guys step up for, and we keep asking and you keep giving, and we are humbled by your generosity. So Thank you. So we're going to keep showcasing a lot of the great stories that have happened here at Gap Ministries and Miracle Center, and inspire you to even more give as many $100 donations as possible. And remember, it does qualify for your Arizona tax credit donations, which I believe is $738.32 and something.
Yeah, it's crazy. 618.
Oh, thank you.
And $1,234 as a married couple. And that's the foster care tax credit side this time.
So instead of paying those taxes to the state of Arizona, you get to give it to worthy organizations like
Gap Ministries.
Yep, and Miracle Center. So, Desiree.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great.
I'm gonna have you get a little closer to that microphone.
Oh, okay.
I love your laid back style though, so that's good.
Thank you. Is this close enough? Are we good?
So Desiree, we were talking a little bit before this. There's a lot of things going on in the circles that kind of intersect with Gap Ministries and your experience. So you were a foster child yourself originally.
Yes, I was. I was adopted when I was 7, so a little bit older than a lot of what we see currently. And I had that experience. I had a wonderful family that raised me, and I am still very good friends with my foster family. But this is a very personal, what I do here for work is very personal to me because of that background. And I grew up hearing a lot about what foster kids could and couldn't do, like how many of us graduated from high school and how many of us didn't graduate from college and all of those things. And so I kind of made it a mission that one day if I had kids and if I had grandkids, I wanted them to be like, wow, she did that. I wanted them to look at their family history and be like, whoa. And so I kind of went on this one-woman crusade, and I went off and I learned the things, and I went to the school and I did international health projects, and I ran my own nonprofit, and I did all of those things. And when it came time to be a parent and get married to my spouse, I told him, I really like you. This was on date 3, and I was like, I really like you, but fostering is going to be in the future, so I need you either to get on board on date 3, or we need to move on. And
so, I want to go back a little bit. So you were adopted at 7.
Yeah.
Right, out of the foster system?
Correct, yeah.
And you had a good relationship with your parents?
Yeah.
Okay.
With my adoptive parents and with my foster parents, they're friends with each other. They've met my husband. My foster parents have met my husband. They are Facebook friends with us. We call each other at least once a year. Graduations, weddings.
Gotcha.
They're going to be at the adoption that happens with my son on the 30th. So,
tell me about, so as a young lady, right, and you talk about as you're growing up and you don't, because you started, and I think we did it already so far, right? There's stats about foster kids, right? We talked about how many, you said 60% of people in jail touch the foster system, right? So it's the idea of pushing past the stats that are kind of thrown at you, and making your own individual change, so you don't become a stat.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think too, as I grew and developed, I didn't quite understand the why behind how those stats happened. I ended up going into public health, so that's what I did in school, and so there's a lot of why that you learn in the public health realm about why these stats happen. And I think, right now my role here is the foster parent recruiter and trainer. And so one of the things I get to do is teach the community about the why, so that they maybe we have an opportunity to destigmatize a little bit what's going on. Like, for instance, most of us aren't aware that about 85% of the kids in foster care who are in DCS custody are the children of foster kids.
Yep.
Which makes sense, right? If you parent the way that you were parented, and if you weren't parented, or if you were like me and by the time you were 7 had 32 different caregivers.
Wow.
You might have been parented a lot of inconsistent ways.
Sure.
My son is 11. We're getting ready to adopt him on the 30th. He had 62 caregivers.
Yikes.
Yeah, he's been in care for a long time. I was in care for a long time, and this is a very common thing. So unless you get the appropriate intervention, even if it's a little bit later, that intervention makes all the difference of kind of interrupting and putting a spoke in that wheel that continues generationally. But a lot of it comes down to understanding and being educated about these things. And it's hard to be educated when you're still like grasping for the basics as a kiddo, a young adult, and then a parent one day. So having programs like GAP, having the full circle moments, as you mentioned, I have a very layered story here. One that I didn't even know was that layered until after I was employed here.
Right.
Very God-driven, very God-driven.
So I'm fascinated by this whole story with your husband, then boyfriend. So you're having dinner one night on a date. This is the third date?
Yeah.
And you laid on him the fact that this is not going to move any further unless there's a commitment to your love of foster kids.
Yeah. I told him, like, obviously...
Is that on your dating profile?
Actually, he and I met in a taco shop, and I had never asked a boy out before. And I asked him out, but I didn't, like, know how to do it. So I put in, like, my phone number, my email, the name of my nonprofit, like, my address, my birthday. I was like, this man is going to find me again. Or he's not, and I'm going to be like, remember that one weird time I put all my info in somebody's phone? So I was like, I already run the nonprofit. At the time I had just done a news clip and been part of like a speaking engagement stuff that had been highlighted in the newspaper. I was like, you already know way more about me than you probably do most people on your third date because you've seen all of this stuff all over Facebook and everything. But this is what you need to know, like, truly. I will not marry somebody who will not foster with me. And I do not date just to date. I date to get married. So that's
what was
how
his
this
response?
is going to go. He was like, oh. He's like, well, I'm the youngest of 6 kids, so I love a big family. And I was like, okay, do you feel like you could foster? And he was like, well, I've never really thought about it. I don't think I know a foster kid. And I think that was the first time I realized that, like, people don't know what they don't know. I was like, I guarantee you've known at least one foster kid. You just don't know it. Like, right now, in my son's school, there are 56 foster kids. Now, FERPA does not allow, that's the, like, HIPAA for school. Does not allow schools to disclose who the foster kids are in schools to parents or to other students. So unless a student tells you, you're not going to know. But that's in one public school here in Tucson. So imagine how many are all across the board, right? So I knew he knew some foster kids somewhere. I just didn't know who it was. And so I explained, like, it's going to be a really unnatural thing. Like, I need you to know this beforehand. I'm going to ask you to foster in the same way that I foster, and that is for a reunification of families so that we can keep family units whole, even if they are not in our own. And then, if we're called to be the family, we can be the family. That means that I'm going to ask you to attach to somebody and teach them healthy attachments with a willingness to let go when it's time to give them back, and once their parent is, like, empowered enough to do that.
I'm going to interrupt you for 2 seconds. Remember, if you're watching or listening to the show this hour, I need you to go to gapmin.com and make your qualifying multiple, hopefully $100 donations to help them hit their numbers. We need 200 $100 donations by the end of the hour. So if you could do that for me, please, while we're having this awesome conversation with Desiree and Greg, that would be amazing. So it's part of my job. I got to interrupt people to ask for money. So.
I love it. So after I give him my little speech and my little soapbox that I stand on, I was like, listen, I know this is a lot. It's kind of, I did it at the beginning of the date so that you understood that this is, like, very serious. I still want to have dinner with you, though, so that's fine. But I am going to need you to, like, you can say yes to me to my face. I'm going to need, like, some prayer. I'm going to need some thought, because this is a big altering of like your future. I was 28, so I was not like a young person. I was a little more mature. At the time, I did not know that he was 5 years younger than me, so he was a little bit younger and thinking about his future. And he was very open to it, and he said some prayer and came back to our 5th date and was like, okay, I think we could do that.
Okay.
And so that was always in our plan. When we got married, we were going to foster, but we assumed we were going to foster when we were like 65 and retired and all of the things. And when we started trying to have kids, we realized, joke's on us, we can't.
Oh, wow.
And so we had already bought a house with the assumption that we were going to have babies, and we looked around and I was like, it makes no sense to have an empty house, to have empty halls and not have noise, just because we're not where we thought we should be. And I think this is the most powerful thing I could tell anybody. Like, right now we have a capacity problem. It's not a kid problem. We have more foster kids in the state of Arizona than we do homes. We need them. We need foster parents. If you've ever even thought about being a foster once and you're just like not sure how to do it, it's worth asking the questions, because we were at this point where we had literally planned this for our retirement. And we were like, well, can we do it now? Can we do it as a married less than 10 years couple who is, my husband was working full-time, I was working full-time, he was in school full-time, he still is, he's getting ready to graduate this December. Can we get licensed? Can we do that? Can we have kiddos in our home when we're not like an established couple who, well, we are, but not like a parenting couple. We don't have a bunch of kids. We've never parented anybody before. Right. I've certainly, like in my career prior to all of this, I would go on to become the director of case management for a hospice for the homeless. So lots of mental health and lots of comorbid like addiction issues and running a team that helped people have a space to die with dignity when they were homeless instead of dying on the street. And then for the people who had the medical issues, being able to get them into housing. So that was my background. But I was like, if I really want to be a parent, and I feel the Lord has called me to be a parent because I have a unique experience, why am I waiting for something? Like, the Lord may bless me. Certainly he did Sarah in the Bible. Like, yep. I might be 900, but he may bless me when I'm 900, right?
Gotcha.
But in the meantime, why am I waiting? Why am I waiting for that? Like, the Lord will bless me as I move my feet. And so we decided to move our feet, and we asked the question, and to our surprise, we not only like qualified, but we were like in a really good position. I think a lot of people think like, oh, if I'm a foster parent, I have to be, at least one parent has to be home, or like, gone are those days. It's no longer a like stay at home role, right? Like, right. Most of these foster parents that we have are full-time working people. And so we're teaching them as my role, we're teaching them how to do that with like a community of people.
So who was your first kid that you fostered? What was their situation?
Without going into too
Sure.
much detail, we focused on the reunification aspect. So even though we couldn't have kiddos, we still were very strong in that we want to keep family units intact if we can. We feel very God-driven to do that. And so we had a little lady come into our house, and she was younger than 10, older than 5. And she was separated from her sibling. Her mom was down south. And she, as so many of our foster kiddos have happened, because we have a capacity issue. We have over 7,000 kids in foster care. We have less than 2,000 foster homes. So if
Wow.
we want to look at,
Sure.
really absorb that number. She, like many of them, were separated when she was removed for her safety. And so she was sent up to Queens Creek. Before that, she was in Yuma, because that's where a bed was available. So she was removed from Tucson, but there was only a certain amount of beds and they weren't together. So sisters had to be separated to do 2 different parts of the state, multiple hours away from each other. Yeah. So then little sister was able to come down to Tucson, and once that happened, that made, I mean, not that visitations were easier before, but it was like, why is an older sister not down here? Well, little sister's family already was housing other kiddos and did not have extra capacity. It was our first placement. We said, okay. We loved her. I learned that I really like doing girl hair. I didn't know that I grew up with short hair like this, so I'd never practiced doing hair, so that was a fun adventure of learning how to be a mom and everything. And we were able to make sure that sisters got visits with each other and they were able to reunite. She ended up needing a little more help than what we were licensed to give, because there's different levels of fostering. And so, but in our house, in the 90 days that she was there, it was the first time somebody had recognized that while she was in 3rd grade, she still was like not able to write her letters legibly. She was writing them inside out and backwards, which sounds really crazy until you see it. And she didn't understand that she was doing that. And so I was like, why has she been evaluated for anything? And they were like, well, no, because she's super verbal and she's like super bubbly and she talks to everybody. And I was like, yeah, it doesn't mean she doesn't need help. So we got her evaluated. And so she was in 3rd grade, and for the first time she got a diagnosis that really helped her. They just assumed she was too like social to like care about school and academics. As it turns out, there was a deficit there that if she was provided accommodations for, she would be able to work through, and she was able to do that. And she was also like regularly taken to visits, and we talked about, reuniting with mom and reuniting with family, and we made that a really healthy thing. And so she is no longer in our care. She was able to be reunited with family and with little sister. They actually got adopted by older sister in a different state. Who, as many people will be shocked to find out, I was shocked to find out, you can become a foster parent or a guardian or an adoptive parent at 21. Wow. You don't have to be married. You can live in a rented apartment. Like, you just have to meet the income requirements and make sure you have the training and everything. And
so the question I have for you, Greg was bringing up this fact that Gap Ministries really is trying to have the family model when it comes to foster homes. So talk us through a little bit of why you see that as an important model to stick with, where other places are just hiring staff that come off and on 8-hour shifts. So for the splash homes here, it is very familial oriented. I think it was Cindy, who is one of our volunteers that I work with when I booth in the community, was telling me about the house that has the handprints on the inside. Have you guys already told that story?
No.
Okay, so there is a splash house that, and correct me if I'm wrong, there's a splash house that we have that when a child comes in, they are asked to put a handprint on one of the walls. And then they have their little name attached to it. And the idea is that when you come into this house, you come into their homes. You come into their heart, and you are with them. Even if you leave, you are always with them. That is a very powerful thing. I have watched kids. I've watched my own son that we're getting ready to adopt, and with permission of his siblings, I am able to share this. His older brother is in a group home that is not a splash home currently, and that is not the type of model. It is very much come in, we're going in at 8 a.m., we're leaving at 8 p.m., and it's not even clinical. It's just very like, this is where you're at because you can't go anywhere else. And it's very disheartening. I've seen literally...
Our job is to keep you alive?
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically, make sure you're not dead at the end of the shift.
Thank you. Yes, and it really stunts the growth and the potential to obliterate the stats that we're given as foster kids. And if people who are working with us don't believe that we can obliterate those stats, how are we going to believe it?
Yep.
It's not going to happen. What I have observed, I haven't met all of the Splash parents. I've met a couple of them through training. I really like them. I love them so much. And the stories that I've heard from the Splash homes, really great. And like I said, my story with the Gap family, I'm newer to the Gap family. I got here in September, and I've been here September. After I got employed here, I realized that the son that I have in my house, which is the whole reason I left my full-time job to go to a part-time job like this, was so that he could have more support at home. He is the youngest of 4. 2 of his siblings are Splash kids, former Splash kids, which I didn't know. I didn't even know Splash houses were a thing when I interviewed here.
Right.
And then as I learned more about the story, and I was like, this sounds really familiar. And I was like, I should ask the siblings about this. And I did. And they were like, yeah. One of them was in Splash 13.
Mm-hmm. Why do we call them splash houses?
Yeah, why do we call them splash houses?
Not because they have pools, but it stands for something. It's an acronym. I guess that's what it is. Splash stands for Spirit-Powered Love, Aggressively Shaping Hearts. The whole idea was to shape a heart.
I've only been doing this for 10 years. I never realized that until right now. So good going, talk show guy.
Yeah.
So, all right.
And our sweet little gal that is my son's sister, who was in Splash 13, actually, she was she's in extended foster care now. She was looking for employment in order to remain in extended foster care in the program that she's in. And so while I was at my old job, she was volunteering because that was good. And when I got into Gap and when I started working here, I was like, they have this Career Plus program that might be really, really good for you. And so I kind of gave her some information. She's like, oh yeah, I would love to. So I gave her the info. I was like, I guess tell them I work here and see if that helps. And I don't think it would have mattered, to be honest. She would have qualified to get in anyways. But I didn't really know how it worked. I was new, right? And I had known the basic as I was really impressed with it. I love job training programs. I love programs that really go in and try and reduce that recidivism that we see across all systems, whether that's homelessness or prison or even just like high ER rates because we're not taking care of ourselves, right?
Right.
And I know that sounds so silly, but really what the Career Plus program did for the sweet little gal that we're talking about is it kind of helped her learn some critical thinking skills that maybe she got a little bit when she was across all of her caregivers, but maybe wasn't consistent. Anyways, she ended up graduating from the program. She was in the first graduating class this 2026. She's employed full-time now at a restaurant here in town, and she loves it. And she called me after her graduation, and she was like, some of the people who graduated aren't going to the next round of things and going to the interview preps and like the resume building. And she's like, I'm just really proud of myself because I'm doing the thing. And I was like, you are doing the thing, girl. You're doing it. And she was like, yeah, I'm even though I'm done, I'm like still doing it, and I'm gonna get somewhere. Something's gonna happen.
I love it. That's great. Mona, donation done. Thanks, Gap Ministries, for all you do. Paul Parisi, Giving Tuesday done. Jamie made my donation done. Appreciate it. Thank you. Supporting really cool real changes in people's lives through Gap Ministries. Well, you're a rip. We could do a whole 3 hours with you.
Thank
you.
Quite the story.
Absolutely. All right, so I need you to go to gapmin.com, and I want you to make as many $100 donations as humanly possible. We're not shy about such things.
Can we ask for an update? Hey, Jay, what's the update?
We need to hit 200. Well, there 96. We go. So we're at 7:30, a little past 7:30. I need another 104 by the end of the hour. So Everyone, hop on your phones, your laptops, whatever you need to do. Go to gapmin.com. We need to get to 200 $100 donations before it's over. When we go to break, DeSimone's whipping out the credit card and going to make a couple myself. So, join the fun. Desiree, thank you. Absolute pleasure. And we're going to talk to a couple of people from the work training with Chef John.
Awesome.
Coming up next on the Live the Dream Media Network. We have a great group of people here eating a great breakfast. Also, Track Tucson, TRAK Tucson.com. Ron Arenas is coming up, Southwest Flavor, 9 o'clock. He has the mayor of Oro Valley, Joe Winfield, coming on with him. All right, we'll see you in just a few.
This is Wake Up with Chris DeSimone, only on the Live the Dream Media Network. Now, a word from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Kari with Southern Arizona Cleaning and Supply. We do commercial cleaning, but we also have a janitorial storefront, and I'd like to show you around. Right here, you'll find our restroom cleaners, mop heads, advanced floor care items. So we have many paper consumables in stock, and we have all your cleaning tools and accessories. We have it all here.
Visit our store at 1801 South Alvernon Way, Suite 104, or call us at 520-495-4097.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
Spring is here and we've already experienced hot weather. Is your air conditioner ready for the long hot summer? For the month of April, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing will be offering a $99 home wellness plan for all new customers. This includes your spring maintenance, fall maintenance, and any plumbing maintenance. Call now, 520-492-0748, or make your appointment online at picturerockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Looking for the best outdoor patio in Tucson? Look no further than St. Philip's Plaza at the southeast corner of River and Campbell, where you can sip on Tucson's finest collection of whiskey at Union Public House, brunch 7 days a week at Reforma Modern Mexican Mezcal and Tequila, and experience our newest restaurant, Proof, proudly serving house-made pasta and artisanal pizza. Enjoy live music and dine under the stars with Union, Reforma, and Proof. Join us at St. Philip's Plaza.
Tired of the big box gym? Welcome to Tucson Strength, Southern Arizona's premier strength facility. I have handpicked world-class equipment you won't find anywhere else. From the newest innovations to the most iconic pieces ever made. From beginner to advanced athlete, we say, welcome home. No riffraff or gimmicks, just a focused training environment built for people that train seriously.
Hi, this is Sean McCluskey, co-owner and designated broker for Rincon Ventures. If you're a rental owner by choice or by accident and you're looking to hire or change property management companies, consider Rincon Ventures. We employ an aggressive web-based advertising strategy to market your rental. We thoroughly screen prospective tenants and conduct routine property inspections. Our online system gives tenants the ability to pay rent and file maintenance requests instantly over the web. Our owners can use the same system to instantly check on their properties. Call Rincon Ventures at 881-2258 or visit us on the web at rvprop.com.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
Our families deserve safe streets.
When you call 88 Crime, you stay anonymous, but your tip could protect someone's child, someone's home, maybe even your own.
One anonymous tip could stop a crime and you could get rewarded with cash.
88 Crime keeps our community safe and your identity secret.
Let's stop the silence on crime and strive for a safer community.
Call 88 Crime or visit 88crime.org because safety starts with you.
Welcome to Giuseppe's Ristorante Italiano, Tucson's go-to spot for fresh homemade Italian food. From cozy dinners with friends to laid-back family nights, we've got it all. Everything's made daily with top-quality ingredients, and our 2 locations make it easy to drop in or pick up. Whether you're into comfort classics or something bold, You'll feel right at home here, just like you're part of the family. 2 locations, Oracle in Rudisill and 22nd in Harrison. Preview the menu at giuseppesristorante.com.
Don't wait for a leak to show up before trying to find a roofer during roofing's busiest time of year. Call Blueprint Home Services today to schedule a free inspection. Blueprint Home Services offers free, fast estimates, price lock guarantees, and the longest workmanship warranty in Tucson. Again, that number is 520-525-2555. You can also book an appointment at blueprinthomeservice.com. Blueprint Home Services is licensed, bonded, insured, and trusted. AZROC number 322635.
Hey everybody, it's Chris.
Hey, it's David Samarano.
Hey guys, it's Clint Peak over here.
Hi, I'm Blair Lametti Mathias.
And I'm Summer Smeaton.
Hey, I'm Ron Arenas.
And I'm Will Pena.
Hey guys, I'm Mike Curry.
And I'm Mike Bader.
Hi there, I'm Bruce Ash.
Hi, Ed Wilkinson here.
Hi, this is Bob Elliott.
We are Live the Dream Media. Watch and listen to all of our shows Monday through Friday, only on the Live the Dream Media Network.
Does your ordinary radio feel a little limited? If you're looking for a new way to listen, it's time for a fresh start. Introducing the Live the Dream Media app, your premier destination and a new level up for digital radio. Over the last 2 years, we've found new ways to ensure your digital radio experience is the best it can possibly be. From live podcasts that spark new perspectives to a 24/7 soundtrack of live music, and even our built-in merch store. We've built a platform that is convenient, high quality, and simple to navigate. But we're only just getting started. Catch all of our shows weekly and join the Live the Dream Media family today and help us change the airwaves forever. Download it for free on the App Store or Play Store today. Live the dream. The dream starts now.
From the fields of wheat and cotton to the heart of our community, Marana was built on hard work and family values. John Post has farmed this land for years, built businesses, and served this community for decades. As mayor, John will fight for sustainable growth that respects our roots, keep neighborhoods safe, and make sure Marana remains the best place in Arizona to raise a family. John Post, farmer, father, and neighbor.
I don't remember much about being in foster care, but I do remember my house parents. They adopted me and my sister and 2 other kids in the home. And now, 21 years later, I am married and we're actually house parents, and it has been such an amazing experience. I think it really helps because I can connect with the kids on a deeper level because I've been where they're at.
Your foster care tax credit donation makes all of this possible. Give today by visiting gaptaxcredit.com.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
It's more of Wake Up with Chris DeSimone on the Live the Dream Media Network. Now, back to the show.
Hey now, you're on the Live the Dream Media Network. We're having an amazing live breakfast remote here at Gap Ministries. Smooch the Wonder Donkey's here, and
amazing food.
Amazing food by Chef John and his crew is just, again, I got some eggs. I got this tamale bite with a quesadilla, and then the chimichanga.
Breakfast chimichanga.
There's some sort of caviar thing out there too that look way fancy. Betsy sent me a picture of her food. Betsy, we send pictures of food to each other. It's very, very cute. So keep pushing. We need to hit 200 qualifying $100 donations. Now, I do want to clarify something. You're going to see something that says quantity, right? This is for people to do multiple $100 donations. So if you want to do $100, you just hit quantity 1, and then it'll do the math for you. Not 100, like one of our wonderful people gave.
It was you, Barney?
Barney donated 10,000 by accident.
Sorry, there are no refunds.
So just hit the quantity of how many, when you get the quantity, how many $100 donations do you want to donate? So I just donated real quick. It's very easy. Again, gapmin.com. And we need to hit $200. That is our 200 donations by the time we get to 8 o'clock. So, as we say in Caddyshack, Rocco, Gino helped the judge find their checkbook. And so we need to keep pushing. We have 11 minutes to go.
And we're over 150.
Yes. So we're close, but not close enough. So please, and if you already gave and you said, I could probably do another 2 to 4, why don't you go back to gapmin.com and make it happen?
Or 100.
All right, or one. We call that a Barney.
Yeah.
If you can do a Barney, that would be amazing. So we have Charlie with us. Good morning, Charlie.
Good morning.
And you are already ready for work. I can see that.
Yeah, I work at 11.
And where do you work?
I work at Charles Steak.
Beautiful. Are you at the new one?
Yes, one that just opened up on I-9 Oracle.
I think it's probably the best restaurant on the northwest side of town right now.
Thank you. I think so too.
Do great work. So, what did you? What was Charlie doing before she got involved with these crazy folks at Gap Ministries? What were you doing?
So when I actually did the class 3 times. When I first found Gap, I was actually eating out of their trash can. I was homeless. So I knew that the food was good. Not that I recommend eating out of our trash cans. It's an amazing place just to come. And if you're like, hey, I'm hungry, Gap is the one that'll help you out. When I learned that they teach you how to cook, I was like, I don't know what to do. I need something better to do with my life than where I'm at. So I started their program. I would meet it for about a month, and I graduated from their first half of the program. And then some life things happened. I was in a really, really bad situation. I'm a domestic violence and sexual assault survivor. I was also making, excuse me, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I was just making poor choices with my life. I was doing drugs. I was in a really rough spot. So once I decided I needed a better start, I knew Gap was the place to come to. So that's why I did it another time. And I realized I needed to change. I realized that I wasn't going to do anything and I'd probably end up dead. So I went to a homeless shelter and applied for Gap, and Chef John texted me and he was like, hey, I just got a notification that Charlie Garcia is gonna be in my class. Is this you? And I'm like, yes, it is, Chef. And he's like, I'm so excited to have you back. And when I graduated, or when I went back into the program, the day I left the homeless shelter, I got into the U of A so that I can study nutrition and dietetics because I want to give back to the homeless population, and I figured Gap was going to be the best way to do so. And then when I went to class, I ended up re-meeting somebody that I have known for many years. He's my coworker now. His name is Chris. You guys will be talking with him a little bit later, I think. Yep. And then I met some lifelong friends. I also work with another guy that I was in my class with. His name is Dominic, and his dad. And one of my best friends and a guy that I started dating, he's also somebody who is working with our company now too.
Okay.
So Gap became my family. They're not just my friends, but they're my family.
So talk about hanging out with, what'd you learn from Chef John, right? Because part of it is, it's not just about cooking. Cooking, right?
Yeah.
What are some of the bigger lessons you learned from going through the Gap Ministries program?
The soft skills program, I learned I learned a lot about how to, like, behavioral health, and I learned about the one that really stuck out to me was Dr. Marine's class about childhood, how the attachment theory works, and when you have a lot of, when you're a kid and you don't have your needs met, and it helped me a lot with my relationships, and it helped me just kind of understand more about childhood and mental health. And then we learned a lot about, like, goal settings, and with Pastor Miles, who is the soft skills teacher, he's phenomenal. He gave me a lot of encouragement, and I got a lot of support from them. That it's like I said many times, they're my family. Like, everybody here at Gap has never given up for me. They've never left my side. They've stayed there for me through thick and thin, even when I was making poor choices. They never gave up on me.
So what was the moment that you? Nothing ever stops you from making poor choices, but what was that moment in your journey with Gap Ministries that you decided to stop making so many poor choices?
It was when my eyes were opened to my faith. My faith is probably the biggest part that happened. I surrendered my life just before I started school, and when I did so, it was an overflowing amount of love and support from Gap and encouragement. And so it made me no longer want to do those things. It made me no longer want to do drugs and engage in just codependency, was the nice way to put it. It was just such a group of love. Like, I can't say it any better than love and family. Like, that's just what it was. I was embraced with people that encouraged me.
Love it. I need you to just, I'm rude because I need you to keep making your donations to gapmin.com right now. And again, as many $100 donations as you can make. I just saw Dr. Bernal from Nueva Flex Stretch Clinic, donation done. Appreciate it, Dr. Bernal. Awesome. So talk about from where you've gone, training with Chef John, Pastor Miles, and now you're at Charo Steak.
Yes.
That's a heck of a step.
It is.
So talk about getting the job at Charo Steak.
So I got the job actually because of Gap. I was applying to a whole bunch of different places. After graduation, you go in and you're on Indeed, and Leslie helps you with your resume, and I was applying to all these places, and I think I went on 2 interviews. Nobody seemed to want to call me back because I didn't have experience. But then she sent me this picture of Gap, and it was of Charo Steak. They were opening a new restaurant, and it had an interview date. And it's just go in and talk to the managers, and I did, and they hired me. I was really caught off guard by it, but I was not expecting.
So after feeling off guard, what was the feeling you had after getting offered the job?
It was absolute excitement. I was in just disbelief because before, when I would get jobs, I would go into interviews and they wouldn't hire me. And so and there was a couple of places I worked for a week, and it was not the right fit. So the fact that they hired me right out of school, it's okay, well, maybe I do know what I'm doing. So Gap gave me the confidence to be you can do this. They also I Serve Safe food handlers and Serve Safe manager certified through the program, which puts me above a lot of other candidates, which is amazing.
How much time between eating out of the garbage and working at Charo Steak?
It was about 2 years, because when I was eating, 2 or 3 years, because when I was eating out of the trash can was when I went to Gap the first time, and then I did about a year or so of just poor choices, and then after that, when I went to Gap and graduated, that was about a 3-month span. When I finally buckled down and was I'm going to make a difference, I'm going to do something else, it was 3 months.
So for 2 to 3 years to go from eating garbage out of the garbage to working at one of the best places to cook in all of town is amazing. So I'm asking everyone here, this young lady needs a little applaud and ovation for doing that. 'Cause that's absolutely amazing. So
Thank you.
You're hanging out with Chef Roderick.
Yes. Yes. He was awesome.
And again, it's the idea about, so hanging out with Chef John and training gets your skills, and you can't, there's no better guy than John to train with.
Oh, absolutely. He's
Right.
like I can't even describe the words. He's just such a great,
Let's
warm
embarrass
embrace.
John. Let's embarrass Chef John on how much you love Chef John.
Oh, hi, Chef. Much love. Like, the reason I came back was because of Chef John, because of the warm embrace that I felt when I first met him. When I came into his office, the first time I applied for Gap, and I was like, hey, so I'm like 17 days clean. I'm not in a good place, but I love Jesus, and I want to know how to cook. And he's like, okay, I think you'd be great for the program. And I was like, what? And then to come back again, and he's like, I'm glad you came back. It's just every encounter I've had with Chef, he's just so warm. And if you're lost and you need something, Chef John is the one who's going to help you get up back on your feet, not give up on you, and keep you pushing.
What I love about John is he can go from that nice smile to stern.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It's just real. And it doesn't.
Gordon Ramsay.
What?
Yeah, Gordon Ramsay.
He has a very nice smile, but then he can kind of go.
He just doesn't use the profanity.
He doesn't. He just goes straight. He goes straight to Garfield a little bit. You know,
But he also doesn't throw things either. He doesn't say, get out of my kitchen.
we can't do that in Christian kitchens.
No.
Hey, we got 2 minutes left. Gapmin.com right now if you haven't done it. Lawrence, thanks for your donation. I appreciate it, buddy. Go to gapmin.com. Really, it's like a minute and 10 seconds. So let's bang this out as best as humanly possible to get to 200. Jay, we're not there yet. All right. We need 15 to get to 200, guys, so let's go. I need 15 more donations, $100 donations to get to 200, please. You guys have been amazing. You've always been amazing. Let's get to 200. That would be beautiful. What's your specific role at Charles Steak?
I'm a prep cook.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that.
No, it's a great job because I try to get out of the way of the line when it gets crazy and hectic, but I also know my job is so important because one of the biggest things that we do is French fries, and it's, everybody loves their French fries. It goes with everything. And the way we hand slice them, we put them in vinegar overnight, let them soak, and then we blanch them, and then they fry them on the line when customers are ready to come in to eat them. Having our fries, it seems something simple, but without French fries, people get so mad.
I'm a Charo Burger fan, so I understand how good the French fries are.
Our French fries, yeah. And so that's one of our main things that we prep, and we have to prep a lot of. But people don't think, if you don't have your fries made, then, the restaurants, I'm not going to say fall apart, but, it's such a staple that, people, that's what they want. But they don't think about it.
Well, this is where your knife skills are going to get better, right?
Well, we actually have a thing where we slice it. We put a potato up on our thing and we just pull it down and it slices. But yes, I do a lot of things that require knife skills.
Yep.
They're getting there.
No, that's the thing. I've noticed. I've done a lot of work in hospitality over the years, and I've had people who have gone to a better restaurant from a previous restaurant.
Yeah.
And you can tell just knife skills. It makes a difference how you cut a carrot, how you cut a tater.
Oh yeah.
All these different things. And
absolutely.
You can tell the difference, right? There's consistency. There's a way of doing it to make it look a little extra sexy.
Yeah.
All these different things.
I've learned a lot working at Charo. I've learned that shallots burn your eyes more than any other onion. And it's not even necessarily if you're chopping them, but if your person next to you is chopping the shallots, I'm like, I can't see. And I get really emotional, and it's a mess. But
all right. What's your favorite thing on the menu right now to eat on the? What do you like?
I like the Broadway salad.
Okay, what's on that?
Everything. So I mean, it's cabbage and arugula as far as the actual lettuce goes, and then it has cucumbers, pepitas, cotija, pork belly if you want it, which a pork belly is fantastic, and then tomatoes. There's a lot. It's a very healthy house salad, and it's my favorite, with our ginger lime dressing.
That is good.
And the ginger lime dressing is something that, as a prep cook, we make, and the process is quite extensive, and that's one of the things you do learn in school here at Gap is how to make dressings. So being able to emulsify and already having those skills that know how to make a dressing prior to working in somewhere, like it was awesome.
Awesome. Well, you are an absolute pleasure. God bless you. Keep up the great work, and you can't learn under better people than Roderick and Gary and
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yep.
Amazing.
Awesome. So, all right, keep up the great work.
Thank you.
All right, my friends, give her one more round of applause for. We're going to have her compatriot Chris is coming up next, and then we're going to talk to Guillermo about the Career Plus Warehouse program, and now works in the 05 market. So, all right, keep on giving, gapmin.com. Keep on coming. Keep on bringing the $100 donations to support the amazing work.
Yes.
Come for breakfast.
Come for breakfast right now. You can pay at the door. The food is absolutely amazing. You're on Live the Dream Media. Ron Arenas is coming up on Southwest Flavor in 1 hour. The mayor of Oro Valley, Joe Winfield's going to join him. So you're on Live the Dream.
This is Wake Up with Chris DeSimone, only on the Live the Dream Media Network. Now, a word from our sponsors.
Looking for the best outdoor patio in Tucson? Look no further than St. Philip's Plaza at the southeast corner of River and Campbell, where you can sip on Tucson's finest collection of whiskey at Union Public House, brunch 7 days a week at Reforma Modern Mexican Mezcal and Tequila, and experience our newest restaurant, Proof, proudly serving house-made pasta and artisanal pizza. Enjoy live music and dine under the stars with Union, Reforma, and Proof. Join us at St. Philip's Plaza.
Spring is here and we've already experienced hot weather. Is your air conditioner ready for the long hot summer? For the month of April, Picture Rock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing will be offering a $99 home wellness plan for all new customers. This includes your spring maintenance, fall maintenance, and a plumbing maintenance. Call now 520-492-0748 or make your appointment online at picturerockschooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Hi, this is Sean McCluskey, co-owner and designated broker for Rincon Ventures. If you're a rental owner by choice or by accident and you're looking to hire or change property management companies, consider Rincon Ventures. We employ an aggressive web-based advertising strategy to market your rental. We thoroughly screen prospective tenants and conduct routine property inspections. Our online system gives tenants the ability to pay rent and file maintenance requests instantly over the web. Our owners can use the same system to instantly check on their properties. Call Rincon Ventures at 881-2258 or visit us on the web at rvprop.com.
Tired of the big box gym? Welcome to Tucson Strength, Southern Arizona's premier strength facility. I have handpicked world-class equipment you won't find anywhere else. From the newest innovations to the most iconic pieces ever made. From beginner to advanced athlete, we say, welcome home. No riffraff or gimmicks, just a focused training environment built for people that train seriously.
One of the most important things that we try to show the kids when they come in is family. I have on our wall a whole bunch of handprints, and so when some of the new kids come in, the first thing they do, their eyes go right to those handprints, and they ask about the handprints. Once your hand is on that wall, you have to realize that you are now a part of this family. You're stuck with us. We are here always if you need us.
Your foster care tax credit donation makes all of this possible. Give today by visiting gaptaxcredit.com.
Welcome to Giuseppe's Ristorante Italiano, Tucson's go-to spot for fresh homemade Italian food. From cozy dinners with friends to laid-back family nights, we've got it all. Everything's made daily with top-quality ingredients, and our 2 locations make it easy to drop in or pick up. Whether you're into comfort classics or something bold, you'll feel right at home here, just like you're part of the family. 2 locations, Oracle and Rudisill, and 22nd and Harrison. Preview the menu at giuseppesristorante.com.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
Don't wait for a leak to show up before trying to find a roofer during roofing's busiest time of year. Call Blueprint Home Services today to schedule a free inspection. Blueprint Home Services offers free, fast estimates, price lock guarantees, and the longest workmanship warranty in Tucson. Again, that number is 520-525-2555. You can also book an appointment at blueprinthomeservice.com. Blueprint Home Services is licensed, bonded, insured, and trusted. AZROC number 322635.
Does your ordinary radio feel a little limited? If you're looking for a new way to listen, it's time for a fresh start. Introducing the Live the Dream Media app, your premier destination and a new level up for digital radio. Over the last 2 years, we've found new ways to ensure your digital radio experience is the best it can possibly be. From live podcasts that spark new perspectives to a 24/7 soundtrack of live music, and even our built-in merch store. We've built a platform that is convenient, high quality, and simple to navigate. But we're only just getting started. Catch all of our shows weekly and join the Live the Dream Media family today and help us change the airwaves forever. Download it for free on the App Store or Play Store today. Live the dream. The dream starts now.
From the fields of wheat and cotton to the heart of our community, Marana was built on hard work and family values. John Post has farmed this land for years, built businesses, and served this community for decades. As mayor, John will fight for sustainable growth that respects our roots, keep neighborhoods safe, and make sure Marana remains the best place in Arizona to raise a family. John Post, farmer, father, and neighbor.
Our families deserve safe streets.
When you call 88 Crime, you stay anonymous, but your tip could protect someone's child, someone's home, maybe even your own.
One anonymous tip could stop a crime and you could get rewarded with cash.
88 Crime keeps our community safe and your identity secret.
Let's stop the silence on crime and strive for a safer community.
Call 88 Crime or visit 88crime.org because safety starts with you.
Hi, I'm Kari with Southern Arizona Cleaning and Supply. We do commercial cleaning, but we also have a janitorial storefront, and I'd like to show you around. Right here, you'll find our restroom cleaners, mop heads, advanced floor care items. So we have many paper consumables in stock, and we have all your cleaning tools and accessories. We have it all here.
Visit our store at 1801 South Alvernon Way, Suite 104, or call us at 520-495-4097.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Hey everybody, it's Chris.
Hey, it's David Samarano.
Hey guys, it's Clint Peak over here.
Hi, I'm Blair Lametti Mathias.
And I'm Summer Smeaton.
Hey, I'm Ron Arenas.
And I'm Will Pena.
Hey guys, I'm Mike Curry.
And I'm Mike Bader.
Hi there, I'm Bruce Ash.
Hi, Ed Wilkinson here.
Hi, this is Bob Elliott.
We are Live the Dream Media. Watch and listen to all of our shows Monday through Friday, only on the Live the Dream Media Network.
You're listening to Wake Up with Christopher DeSimone on the Live the Dream Media Network, Southern Arizona's premier live talk and online radio.
All right, you're on the Live the Dream Media Network. Christopher DeSimone. We're doing our amazing live event at Gap Ministries, Arizona Gives Day, supporting Gap Ministries, the Miracle Center, and again, don't forget our friends at Track Ranch, TRAKTucson.com. If you can send something their way, they also qualify for certain state tax credits, TRAKTucson.com. So we got our final number back on our $100 qualifying donations. Me speak good. And we were at $195.
Whoa, so
we were 5 short, but it's still a great number. We're all thrilled with 195 qualifying donations. Now I need you to go back to gapmin.com. Again, the window will pop open, and we need to give money to Miracle Center. Those are $50 donations. So if you can do that, go to gapmin.com. The window will open up, and we're going to hit the Miracle Center. And when you get the quantity, how many qualifying $50 donations, what we're asking. So if you can give 10 $50 donations, put in 10, however it works, that'll be great. So so we have Chris is also a prep cook over at Charro Steak, who was just talking to his somebody.
Yeah, my significant other.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, she's calling to see what's going on.
All right. Well, I'm glad she joined us for a little bit on the show.
Yeah.
So it says you started off as a volunteer in the community warehouse.
I did. I started off there. I was thinking about taking the certification for a forklift, but then I don't know. I think they didn't get me enrolled into that class, so I ended up going another month and a half, 2 months or something like that, and got into the culinary with Chef John and them.
What were you doing before you ran into these crazy kids at Gap Ministries?
Well, I wasn't really doing anything. So I just gotten out of prison, and decided, that I would continue with my walk with God. And I started, I knew Gap had always given to the community. I liked the message and the mission that they give with helping the kids. Because I was abused as a kid. I grew up in a foster system. I grew up in prisons and, stuff like that. So I like the way they try to catch the kids when they're young, man, and give them the love, man, because that's what counts to me. That's what hits deep with me.
How did you find out about Gap?
Oh, I used to come here and get food.
Okay.
I used to come here and go through the market, and they donate, I don't know, what is it? Thousands of pounds of produce and
about
thousands.
8 million.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm not trying to sell it short, but they've done amazing things. I mean, you go through it just about 3-4 times a week, and that's where I started going. To them when they were over off of Flowing Wells, over there on the other side of Miracle Mile.
Okay. And so you said you were originally thinking about the forklift operator,
Yeah,
but then you moved into the culinary program.
Yeah.
With the cuddly
talk me
John
into
Hoon,
it.
wherever he's at.
Yes.
So talk about, did you ever do anything like that in your life, working in a kitchen?
Oh yeah, I spent about 20 years working in a kitchen, but nothing.
Where was that?
Prison.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got a little bit of experience working in a kitchen, working in a fast pace. I've been spent a lot of time working on a grill, every day for, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, so it was an interesting decision that I made when I decided to switch myself from the forklift to the culinary, because I've spent a lot of time in the culinary and I know how it gets. So, but it was all right. It was a good decision because I'm blessed to be in a good position where I'm at now. I surrounded myself with some good people. The people, my chefs and my bosses, they're all great people. Shout out to Charro Steak, Ray, Chef Roderick, Efren, all those guys over there, Sasha, even Stacy, man, they all had a part in, in getting me hired, and and it was an awesome thing.
Yeah, the idea to hook up with the Flores family and Rod and Gary and the crew and Sasha.
Oh, Gary's awesome, man. He's going through it right now, man. And God bless him, man. He's a great soul, great spirit. He's a fighter too, you know. Love him.
Yeah, we talked
seen him
about
the other
that.
day. He's doing
walking?
better. Yeah, he's doing better.
Okay, because our friend Gary Hickey, who's the kind of executive chef over all of the Charos and one of the partners, had this bizarre thing happen to him where all of a sudden he couldn't walk.
Right.
It's this weird neurological. I never heard of it before until Gary talked about it, and they did a couple of news stories on him.
Yeah, I seen that on the at Encompass. That's where he went through his rehabilitation.
Yeah.
And my lady who went there as well, she's still partially paralyzed, and I deal with her every day, and I try to help out with her every day.
Yeah.
But yeah, she went through the same trainer, the physical therapist
wow.
there, Luis. Yeah, he helped Gary, get his,
So Gary's walking on his own right now.
I seen him just was it Easter Sunday? He came down to Charles Steak up there, hung out for a couple hours.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it was good talking with him, man. He's an awesome guy, man.
He is.
He really
He's one
is.
of the nicest guys I've ever met. Is Gary Hickey. So.
All the whole, all the Charles family, man. They're all great people. I mean, they'll take the time to talk to you, man. And Ray, yeah.
What's your favorite part of learning under John Hone?
Oh, John. Oh, man. I love his spirituality, man. He's an awesome Christian. I mean, I'll cook him any day, man. But not just kidding. I love him. He's a good Christian. We talk all the time. We bump the same music, He's a really good guy, man. Him and his family, As far as that goes, all the Gap family, when you surround yourself with friends who are pastors and Christians, and you tend to do the same thing that they do. When I gave myself to God, it was in prison. I walked into a cell. There was nothing on the shelf but a Bible study book and a Bible, and I cracked it open for the first time, and it hit me. Which is something I wasn't expecting that, because I never took the time to read the Gospels. I never took the time to look at what Jesus Christ did for me and my families and my loved ones, and in the past and the future. And then I started going to church and stuff. So it was an amazing thing. It was a reality check for me. Brought a lot to me and opened my eyes and my heart as well.
So we talked about it with Charlie. Talk about the moment getting a job, getting the interview at Charo Steak, and then getting the job.
Well, like Charlie said, I got a text from Leslie as well. And Leslie, shout out to her, man. She's awesome too. She really goes above and beyond to help out and get you the things you need. Even after you graduated, I got work clothes and knives for my job, shoes, everything, whatever I needed. Anyways, yeah, it was a blessing. It was a absolute blessing, man, to get a little text, hey, go up here, go check it out. And I was like, all right, so I did. And talking with Stacy and Chef Gary and Roderick and Sasha, they were all really good people, and they made me feel comfortable. They made me feel welcomed, and whether I got the job or not, I didn't know at the time, but it seemed like everything went pretty well. The interviews went good, so yeah.
And then they offered you the job.
Yeah, they gave me a job. I went in and trained, and they hired me on as prep cook, and I got a great team. We do all right, do pretty good.
Do you and Charlie work similar shifts?
We work the same hours,
okay.
Different days. She's also when I'm gone, I think she's your shift lead, right? Yeah. So she's a shift lead, as well. So
love it.
Yeah,
it feels nice to be needed by quality people, doesn't it?
Well, you know what, like she said, man. we kind of we're kind of the heart of the house. I mean, we do a lot, but it takes a lot to get the kitchen going, and I wouldn't sell any of the chefs short, man. They come in, they bust their ass every day. Did I say that out loud? Anyways, excuse me. But they come in, they do their work, they work hard, and all the other guys, they do the same. So, guys and girls.
Well, we gave one for Charlie. Let's give one for Mr. Chris.
Thank you.
Just turning the life around. Totally awesome. What's your favorite thing on the menu at Charo Steak right now before we let you go?
I'm a steak burger guy, man. I love that. Man, I love the burgers and fries myself. So.
Yep.
But there's the guacamole.
Yep.
You got to have that guac, man, when you go up there, man.
I agree.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, the chilaquiles, I get those every brunch.
What's a chilaquilla?
Oh my gosh. Chilaquiles, you got chips, you got a choice of different sauces, different meats, chicken, eggs. It's over easy or scrambled.
Gotcha.
Esquitas con crema, you name it.
Look at this guy. He's rocking it.
Oh, no.
Well, congratulations to both you and Charlie for getting these jobs and excelling, and you're just going to get better under those guys and girls.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I agree.
Thanks for sharing, both you guys, sharing the story. It's not easy sometimes, but it's important that people know that Gap Ministries is converting those lives.
They help me in so many ways, man. No, I can't even begin to go into details, man. But I love the mission. I love what they stand for, and I love what they do to help people help get them reacclimated back into the community and help out, and even to the market and everything. Matt over there at the warehouse, really good guy. Yeah, I agree.
Awesome.
I agree.
Chris, you're the man.
No, you're the man.
All right. We need you to go to gapmin.com, please. And if you'll hit that window one more time, and you'll see an option to give a $50 donation. If you can give a few more of those to Miracle Center. And so I guess I haven't said it. We got right into Chris. Tell us about what is Miracle Center as opposed to Gap Ministries.
So Miracle Center is a part of the Gap family.
Right.
They kind of merged with us about 2017, I guess it was.
Yep.
And their primary focus today is the our soft skills Career Plus program.
Gotcha.
So that houses, Miracle Center houses that program.
This is what Charlie was talking about.
Yeah, the workforce development and the soft skills. And from the hard skills, those go to different aspects of Gap Ministries, but the soft skills housed in Miracle Center. And those soft skills are vital. That's where they're finding out about the internal issues that have plagued people. Why they can learn all the skills they want, but if they can't deal with the internal issues of their life, the hard skill that they learn blows up for them. And that journey of discovering themselves and discovery of what's going on inside of them is the place where they really get healing, so they are successful at Charo's and they are successful in relationships, and things shift and change for them. So
also,
it's really, really
I
important.
assume the soft skills is, when you're talking to people, making eye contact.
Yeah.
Right? Manners.
It's critical thinking, it's goal setting, it's conflict resolution. And there's about 8 different segments that we hit. There's the one with Dr. Marine that talks really about the trauma and how trauma affects the brain. And they really need to understand, wow, the things I went through as a kid, things I went through as an adult have really affected and shaped the way I think. And when you learn about that, you realize this isn't my fault. Yeah. And then when you don't believe it's your fault, and you know that there's an effect of society or effect of relationships on you, then you can say, it wasn't my fault, I can change this.
Right.
And so they change. And that's what you saw in Chris's and Charlie's life. There was this moment that, wait a minute, I can take responsibility and step in and change my life. And obviously the God factor is a part of that as well. So,
yep.
But they're just prime examples of realizing that trauma was there, but they don't have to live as a victim anymore, that they're overcomers, and they're prime examples of that.
And then emerging from a kind of that victimhood dynamic, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Right, that you can step up and carve your own destiny and not be the weight be anchored down by the past.
That's right. Yeah, the Bible says that the old man is gone, the past is gone, there's a new future for them. And they find hope at Gap Ministries. And when they find hope, they actually can then step into the future that they are really destined for, and not live in the past of the trauma.
Forget the former things.
That's right. That's right.
All right, we're going to go to break. We're hanging out at Gap Ministries doing our, I don't know, I'm going to call it our 11th annual. I don't know if that's real, but it's close.
Yep.
Our 11th annual live remote breakfast. Stop on by before 9 o'clock. Have a cup of coffee. The food's amazing. And again, I need you to go to gapmin.com. And if you can give that $50 donation or two to Miracle Center, that would be amazing. And then remember, Track Ranch in your giving, TRAKTucson.com.
This is Wake Up with Chris DeSimone, only on the Live the Dream Media Network. Now, a word from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Kari with Southern Arizona Cleaning and Supply. We do commercial cleaning, but we also have a janitorial storefront, and I'd like to show you around. Right here, you'll find our restroom cleaners, mop heads, advanced floor care items. So we have many paper consumables in stock, and we have all your cleaning tools and accessories. We have it all here.
Visit our store at 1801 South Alvernon Way, Suite 104, or call us at 520-495-4097.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
Spring is here and we've already experienced hot weather. Is your air conditioner ready for the long hot summer? For the month of April, Picture Rock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing will be offering a $99 home wellness plan for all new customers. This includes your spring maintenance, fall maintenance, and any plumbing maintenance. Call now, 520-492-0748, or make your appointment online at picturerockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Looking for the best outdoor patio in Tucson? Look no further than St. Philip's Plaza at the southeast corner of River and Campbell, where you can sip on Tucson's finest collection of whiskey at Union Public House, brunch 7 days a week at Reforma Modern Mexican Mezcal and Tequila, and experience our newest restaurant, Proof, proudly serving house-made pasta and artisanal pizza. Enjoy live music and dine under the stars with Union, Reforma, and Proof. Join us at St. Philip's Plaza.
Tired of the big box gym? Welcome to Tucson Strength, Southern Arizona's premier strength facility. I have handpicked world-class equipment you won't find anywhere else. From the newest innovations to the most iconic pieces ever made. From beginner to advanced athlete, we say, welcome home. No riffraff or gimmicks, just a focused training environment built for people that train seriously.
Hi, this is Sean McCluskey, co-owner and designated broker for Rincon Ventures. If you're a rental owner by choice or by accident and you're looking to hire or change property management companies, consider Rincon Ventures. We employ an aggressive web-based advertising strategy to market your rental. We thoroughly screen prospective tenants and conduct routine property inspections. Our online system gives tenants the ability to pay rent and file maintenance requests instantly over the web. Our owners can use the same system to instantly check on their properties. Call Rincon Ventures at 881-2258 or visit us on the web at rvprop.com.
Don't wait for a leak to show up before trying to find a roofer during roofing's busiest time of year. Call Blueprint Home Services today to schedule a free inspection. Blueprint Home Services offers free, fast estimates, price lock guarantees, and the longest workmanship warranty in Tucson. Again, that number is 520-525-2555. You can also book an appointment at blueprinthomeservice.com. Blueprint Home Services is licensed, bonded, insured, and trusted. AZROC number 322635.
Welcome to Giuseppe's Ristorante Italiano, Tucson's go-to spot for fresh homemade Italian food. From cozy dinners with friends to laid-back family nights, we've got it all. Everything's made daily with top-quality ingredients, and our 2 locations make it easy to drop in or pick up. Whether you're into comfort classics or something bold, you'll feel right at home here, just like you're part of the family. 2 locations, Oracle in Rudisill and 22nd in Harrison. Preview the menu at giuseppesristorante.com.
Does your ordinary radio feel a little limited? If you're looking for a new way to listen, it's time for a fresh start. Introducing the Live the Dream Media app. your premier destination and a new level up for digital radio. Over the last 2 years, we've found new ways to ensure your digital radio experience is the best it can possibly be. From live podcasts that spark new perspectives to a 24/7 soundtrack of live music, and even our built-in merch store, we've built a platform that is convenient, high quality, and simple to navigate. But we're only just getting started. Catch all of our shows weekly and join the Live the Dream Media family today and help us change the airwaves forever. Download it for free on the App Store or Play Store today. Live the dream. The dream starts now.
Hey everybody, it's Chris.
Hey, it's David Samarano.
Hey guys, it's Clint Pink over here.
Hi, I'm Blair Lametti Mathias.
And I'm Summer Smeaton.
Hey, I'm Ron Arenas. And I'm Will Pena.
Hey guys, I'm Mike Curry.
And I'm Mike Bader.
Hi there, I'm Bruce Ash.
Hi, Eb Wilkinson here.
Hi, this is Bob Elliott.
We are Live the Dream Media. Watch and listen to all of our shows Monday through Friday, only on the Live the Dream Media Network.
Our families deserve safe streets.
When you call 88 Crime, you stay anonymous, but your tip could protect someone's child, someone's home, maybe even your own.
One anonymous tip could stop a crime and you could get rewarded with cash.
88 Crime keeps our community safe and your identity secret.
Let's stop the silence on crime and strive for a safer community.
Call 88 Crime or visit 88crime.org because safety starts with you.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday Mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
It's more of Wake Up with Chris DeSimone on the Live the Dream Media Network. Now, back to the show.
All right, everyone, you're on Live the Dream Media. 8:35. We're on a good pace for the Miracle Center, but we need to step up our game. Please go to gapmin.com. When we broke from our previous discussion with Chris, we're about 55-ish. We need to be at 100 by the end of the hour. So gapmin.com, and we will count them up at the end. We want to get 100. So gapmin.com, please give as many qualifying $50 donations as humanly possible. We want to get to 100. We're at 55-ish. Jay, where are we at right now? Before I give a real update. 72.
Whoa,
so
good
that's
job.
awesome. Thank you, guys.
Way to go, Wakies.
I need 28 more $50 donations to help Miracle Center. Gapmin.com. I also, one of our special guest stars I forgot to mention, Charlie's grandma Nancy's here. So thank you, Nancy, for being here.
Yeah. Thank you for the
and all your
support.
support of Charlie.
Yeah.
Grandma says she's a joy, so we'll have to remember that. So. Yeah. We're hanging out with our good friend Greg Ayers. Of course, him and his wife founded this amazing organization 27 years ago, feeding families out of their garage in Oro Valley. And to your right is a young man named Guillermo. Tell me about this Guillermo guy, Greg.
Quite the story. I mean, God has just really done a work in him, and he's been just a tremendous asset to the warehouse, and he's now working there, and he's giving back to the community. From a community that's given to him, he's given back to it, and we got to hear his story because it's just amazing.
Guillermo.
Yeah.
What was Guillermo doing before he got to Gap Ministries?
I was a drug dealer.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
drug
a
dealer.
Yes. Yeah.
And
what were you dealing?
Coke.
Coke.
Yeah, cocaine.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, I was doing those things, and then I went to prison. I went to prison for 7 years. And
which prison were you in?
I was all over.
Okay.
Because I was in New York dealing. I'm from Arizona, but I was dealing in New York, and I got caught with 1.7 million, and I was I did 7 years.
Wow.
In New York, and then from New York, Brooklyn, they took me to Buffalo. And then from Buffalo, they sent me to Texas, and then Texas to California. So I was all over.
Wow.
The federal prison. Yeah. And
So-
I was, yes.
Oh, keep going, I'm sorry.
I was done with my 7 years, and then I went to the halfway house here in Tucson because I have my family here.
Gotcha.
And I was like, what am I gonna do? I don't want to do this no more. I'm done with this. Like, this life is really bad. I used to carry 6 phones. I used to carry a gun. I used to carry a guy with me that had a gun with me. I wouldn't sleep. I just hated my life. But it was so much money. And I was just in the vision of just money, money, money. And I was just tired. My wife wanted to leave me. My family didn't want to talk to me anymore. It was good, but it was bad. And when I was in prison, I started reading the Bible and so many times. So and when I got to the halfway house, I said, like, what are you gonna do? Like, what? My wife didn't even want to talk to me, and that's when I decided to start going to church and start reading the Bible more and changing my life. And I would ask God, I go, help me, God, help me do this, let's do this, let's do something different. And one day, Leslie walks in with some papers. I didn't know Leslie back then, at the halfway house, and she put some on the table, and I went and picked one of the papers up and said Gap Ministry to go to the program, Career Plus. And so I decided to go and take that course with them.
So you weren't even thinking you were going to do any of this, right?
No,
All of a sudden, Leslie magically shows up and paperwork's on this table.
Yes, at the halfway house. And I said, this is it. I'm going to try something different. And I told my wife, she goes, yeah, whatever. Yeah. And she said, you're not going to finish it or whatever. Because I just wanted something different. And so, I went to school for, I think it was 8 weeks. I finished the school. I graduated, got my degree. And then I went to the warehouse. I graduated there. I got my forklift. And then I graduated there. I got forklift certified, and then the box truck certified too. And then so I told Matt, I need a job. Like, Matt Lauer, like, shout out to Matt Lauer. He's a great guy. Like,
Matt's been on the show before.
He's my buddy. And
but you were hungry for more, right? That's what it seems like.
Yeah, I wanted more. I wanted more. Not money or like that. I just wanted to succeed in life and prove to my wife, just to show my wife I could do better and stuff like that. And when I finished, she goes, "Oh wow, you are changing. I appreciate it." And so so it got better. So when I was at Career Plus, I was still at the halfway house, and when I finished, I showed my halfway house what I've done, and they let me go sooner. So that was pretty cool. And then so I volunteered with I went to school with Matt at the warehouse, and then I finished there, and then I told Matt, "Hey Matt, let's look for a job. Let's do something good. Like, I want to get paid good." He goes, "Yeah, okay." So we tried different things. Nobody would call me. Nobody called me. And then he goes, "What about Food City as a meat cutter?" I go, "Well, I cut meat in prison, so maybe it's the same." But it wasn't the same. So I had to go to school. For 6 months to learn how to cut meat. And then Matt, he goes, "You ready?" And I go, "Yeah, I'm ready." So we did he helped me we applied. And I got the job. And I was getting $22 an hour, and I was a meat cutter there for, I want to say 2 years.
Okay.
And then one day, I would go to work and then at Food City, and then I went back to Matt to volunteer, because he's a great guy. Like I said, I love that guy. And just to show my face and show my appreciation to them. And one day he goes, "What do you think about coming over here and working?" I go, "You serious?" He goes, "Yeah, I need you." Whatever that guy says, I'm going to do, because he was there for me. Leslie and him, Pastor Miles too. Shout out to Pastor Miles. Leslie, Pastor Miles, and Matt. They were there for me since day one. And whatever they want me to do, I will do, because I owe it to them. And so I said, "Yeah, well, let me put my 2 weeks in." He goes, "Are you serious?" I go, "Yeah, I'm serious. Like, I got you. Like, if you need me, I got you." So, yeah. So now I'm working at the warehouse with Matt Lauer and a bunch of other great people, and Miss Kim. And, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
We're talking to Guillermo. Just want to give you an update on, first of all, Katie and Fernando Gonzalez. They this one in the live chat gave to Gap Ministry and Miracle Center. Katie said that, of course, the quantity button sure helps. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, unlike Barney's $14 million donation he gave earlier. And then Mother Mucker, she gave in the first power hour. She just wanted to say that she gave in the second hour. Jay, what are we doing on numbers right now? I got 16 minutes here. What are we doing? 77. So I need 23 more, according to my math. 23 more $50 donations before we get to 9 o'clock to help Miracle Center reach their goal. So please help us with all of this. So you're working at the warehouse.
Yes, sir.
Right. And so talk about the important work that we kind of talked about it, but we'll talk about the important work that gets done at the warehouse.
Okay, so we get, oh my God, like you said earlier, we get tons and tons of food to give out to the community. And we open a little store now. It's called 05 Market, so that's pretty cool too. And
here's a question I have for you guys.
Yes, sir.
When you talk about this millions of pounds of food that you get donated, let's recognize who's donating. Who are the organizations or companies that are donating this food to you? Where does that come from?
So we have local grocery store chains. We have Walmart distribution centers, so up in Casa Grande. If you ever come by here, you'll see our big semi that's here. It goes back and forth to Casa Grande.
I know Dr. Neal drove up there a couple of times to pick up food at the Walmart for you guys.
Also down to Nogales, it runs to get produce.
Sure.
So we run from Nogales to Casa Grande with our semi and our box trucks. So we have Costco is another big donor to us.
Okay.
And the food and the local food banks, whether it's St. Mary's up in Phoenix or it's the Southern Arizona Food Bank here in Tucson, those food banks are tied in with us. Now, we're not a Feed America food bank, which is a good thing because we don't have the same strings. That's that way we can give to who asks of us without strings. And there's some great things about that.
Just for education, what's a string or two from Feed America that you like to avoid?
They limit the amount of food that somebody can get in any given month. And I understand that. They're why they do that. But here, if you're in need today and then you're in need tomorrow, we're going to help you. And the goal is to hopefully eventually not be in need. And so we're working on how do we help those that are chronically in need to get out of the fact that they need chronic help and move them to the next level. But at the end of the day, if you're in need and one food box a month or two food boxes a month isn't enough, well, where are you going to go? And we're here to help.
And what's the kind of food that's accepted by you guys that you guys distribute? I assume you don't take everything.
Well, we actually do take everything because even if it's going bad, we have pig farmers that actually come to us, and so we waste nothing.
So I know at Track Ranch they get supermarkets give them the food going bad because they have
for their
pigs.
animals. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we actually will take it all. And the early stories, Walmart distribution would always only give us what we would call pig food, and it was kind of frustrating. But we said, we'll take it. Whatever a donor wants to give us, we'll take it. And I believe our commitment to Walmart over those years, saying, no matter what you want to give us, we'll be grateful for it, led to the fact it went from very little that was not very good to now semi-loads, which is amazing. And they saw our desire to work with them to serve our community, and grateful for whatever a donor would give us. So we don't turn hardly anything away.
And then I assume with the Nogales produce, certain things that I know. I used to work with freight guys on the border. It was the idea that if certain produce didn't get to where it needed to be at the certain time, then they had to eat it.
Right.
And so they're sitting with pallet loads of food because whatever happened, delay at the border or things like that.
And that's really what precipitated the commercial kitchen at the beginning. We'd get a truckload of tomatoes. Well, it's hard to give a truckload of tomatoes out to the community before they go bad. So we thought, well, if we had a commercial kitchen, we could actually turn that into something that had more shelf-stable life, whether it was salsa or tomato sauce, tomato paste, whatever it may be. And that precipitated, let's build this kitchen. Well, the kitchen has moved way beyond just the production of produce to the hundreds of thousands of meals we feed throughout the community every year.
That's the other part that people don't realize is the food that John and his chefs his cook staff is the amount of people. Some during summer, and all these things. It's just they're really that's truly filling in the gap.
Right, absolutely. From the elderly, because we're part of Meals on Wheels, to low-income school districts. To the Indian reservations, just those meals and hot meals and cold meals going out to those communities are vital.
And this wave of poverty just keeps getting incrementally larger.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. And Guillermo's story shows that people, once they are here, Matt's been very good that those people standing in line, hey, why don't you come back and volunteer? And you see this relationship starting. People just don't take from us. They say, wait a minute, this place gave to me. How do I give back to my community? And we have hundreds of volunteers that had once gotten food from us saying, wait, I want to come back and help sort food in the warehouse, or eventually go through a Career Plus program and actually become an employee again with us. And so it's just full circle stories day after day. And he shouted out so many different people in this organization. It's not Pam and I. It's all the people that make this thing work. And and there's so many of them in all different lanes of what GAP does. And you're hearing little bits of those stories today of people within this organization who make a difference. And I just get the privilege of being the CEO of some amazing people. Because it's them that make this whole thing work.
I think also, too, when Matt is asking you for help when you're online, right? It's someone acknowledging you, there's worth in you.
Yes.
And there's worth in you that can help others, instead of someone who wants you to do something for them because they want to use you for their own purposes. You know what I mean? It's a different dynamic, right, Guillermo?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So now you're working the 05 market.
Yes, sir.
So explain what can someone buy at the 05 market? Is it just food?
Everything. Yeah, frozen food, vegetables, fruit, chips. We got a bunch of stuff. We got a bunch of good stuff. We got toys. We got, what else do we have?
Bicycles.
Bicycles, yes. We got a bunch of bicycles, yeah. Bicycles. We got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of good stuff.
What's the hot item? What does everyone want to buy?
Bicycles. Yeah, bicycles go fast. Yeah, bicycles.
We probably
go really
do
fast.
a couple thousand bikes a year.
That's unbelievable.
So it's amazing. And we don't just have the 05 market. We have the 1-2. They're very similar. And so if you're in the 1-2 zip code, you can go to Pima Street. I think it's 55. Pima and Craycroft. I think it's 5527 Pima. And there's an actual market there too. So we're serving the east side as well as the central of Tucson. And we're hoping to open more of those because there's such a need for a discount grocery store in our community.
Well, I know there's been a couple that have tried of private discount grocery, but it just seems to be
It's
Bigger and
hard.
bigger.
Yeah. But because we're a nonprofit, the profit margin, so to speak, doesn't obviously need to be as high as what a non-profit or a for-profit entity would have to generate to make it a viable company. And so I think that's why it's going to be very successful with us stepping into that space.
So before we run out of time, one thing we didn't talk about, Greg, is the expansion of this campus, right? So you're renting across the street, right, down on Miracle Mile and Flowing Wells there.
Right.
You move over here, and you had a basics of what was going on. Talk about what you've built, what's been donated, right? Because that's another thing. The In-N-Out Corporation has been amazingly supportive of you guys.
Absolutely. In-N-Out has helped us finish out our commercial kitchen here. In-N-Out has built a playground for children. We've had the Devin Booker Foundation with the Phoenix Suns actually build a basketball court here for our visitation families.
It's purplish too.
It's purple and orange, and we've had just some tremendous community partners. The Diamondbacks are another community partner, and so it's been neat to see these big corporations take an interest in Tucson, particularly the Diamondbacks and Phoenix Suns. When you think they're only interested in Phoenix,
Right.
they're reaching out here, and then with In-N-Out being a huge corporation throughout the United States, to look at Tucson and say, hey, we want to support an organization in Tucson. That's pretty incredible. So,
like I said, we have these awesome organizations like yourself. Gospel's another one, Track's another one, right?
Yeah.
Where you're getting recognized for doing the good work in the best way possible.
Right.
Right? Because there's a lot of places where people don't feel like their dollar, they don't have trust with their dollar, right? Either it's just not getting spent in the right way, it's getting spent in too much admin with no results.
Right.
And you guys have shown the way. And you guys you're touching so many lives in so many different ways.
Yeah, there's a real return on investment. We think of that in the business realm, but it's in the nonprofit realm as well. You give a donation, what does it actually produce? And there are some amazing organizations that actually produce a lot with the little that they get. And I'm so grateful for all the gifts that came in today, because it will produce a lot more. That's kind of the thing in God's math. A little creates a lot. 5 loaves and 2 fishes fed 5,000 men. So it's amazing what God does with the little that we give, because he multiplies it. And that's what we've witnessed over these 27 years.
So you have a few minutes before we run out of time, my friends, to go to gapmin.com and donate to Miracle Center. We're trying to get to $150 donations. And remember, we also have our friends Track Ranch, TRAK, Tucson.com. And again, if you can donate to them as best as humanly possible today, that would be great. They're in the middle of doing a move to their new location, which isn't that far away, but they're clearing the old place off, moving into the new place. We had one of our companies out there that kind of gave them a really cut rate on some earth clearing equipment and stepping up to help them. So again, these 3 amazing organizations, Gap Ministries, Miracle Center, Track Ranch, Tucson, again, you know your dollar is going in the right place.
And I think we're all tax credit organizations, so giving to all of us is actually a benefit. And so I really encourage you to give.
Yeah, and you have until basically a week from today.
Yep.
Or actually today's the 7th. Wrong, today's the 8th.
Yeah,
7th.
A little bit less than a week.
So you got 8 days to go to take advantage of those tax credits. Well, Guillermo, you're a pleasure. God bless you, and thanks for sharing your story, man. It's amazing.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for giving back to Gap.
Of course, always.
And again, thanks for, first of all the Wakies for all, and all the other folks that watch this show today that are Gap Ministry people who are donors, who may not enjoy the greatness of Wake Up Tucson every day. You know, we're a little into ourselves. But we thank you for...
What's wrong with them, right?
What?
What's wrong with them,
right.
yeah.
And thanks for all your donations. Thanks to Chef John and his culinary team for their amazing job. Thank you guys back there. Totally amazing. Thanks to Tian and her crew for all of her coordinating efforts. We appreciate that. Thanks to David Samarano and Clint for making this happen with the amazing team of Shay, Tony, and Jackson over there. And he's telling me you guys are setting up quicker than ever. So they are amazing. So if you want to do this for your organization, reach out to me at chris@ltdmedia.net. So gapmin.com, as we like to say, give early, give often, and keep supporting. And they're very good at letting you know what they're doing throughout the year with your money.
Absolutely. Yep. A lot of communication.
Yep.
And there's always tours available. If you want to come down, is it the third Thursday of every month? You can come down and get a free tour and sample the culinary program's work, because you'll get a free lunch as well. So.
Third Thursday, and what time are those at?
11:30.
11:30. So just go to gapmin.com to sign up for such things?
Absolutely.
They shouldn't just show up.
It will just show up.
Oh, they could just show up.
They could.
Okay.
But we would like you to RSVP so we know how many meals to make. So
love it.
But if you don't, we'll welcome you.
Gotcha. Jay, where are we at? We got 3 minutes.
Count all the hanging chads.
That's awesome. Keep pushing. We're at 90, my folks. Tilly, can I announce that? Do it. Rob and Liana Ossenmacher have just donated $100,000 to Track Ranch to help them with their move.
Whoa.
They donated a Barney.
Yeah.
And our friend Greg Geringer said the broadcast looks and sounds great today. David says it looks just totally amazing. So good job to the team, guys, as always. So we're all good. We're all good here. So thanks to everyone at Gap Ministries for making this happen. We appreciate our partnership with you guys. We appreciate our partnership with Good News Communications that puts us all together. And again, thank you guys. You're the best. So we got to get going. Ron Arenas is coming up next on Southwest Flavor. He has Joe Winfield, the mayor of Oro Valley. God bless you guys, Greg Ayers.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
the man.
you as always.
You guys are the best. You guys are the best. We'll see you tomorrow. Dan Shearer, Green Valley News, followed by Libertarian Enlightenment and Hugging Hour with Drew Heaton and the crew. So keep on